One out there, four knocks.
Chris Ello.
There's monkeys flying out of his you-know-where right now. I never thought I'd see this happen.
And Matt Skraby.
That was my tiger.
Gwynn and Chris are ready to go.
Hey, what's happening there, San Diego? Welcome into it. Happy birthday, United States of America. On into year number 251 we go. And on to a new week of Gwynn and Chris. We head into it. Happy Monday out there. Getting things kicked off here with Chris Ello and Matt Skraby inside the Bill House Studios. We know how. Tony Gwynn Jr. is idle for most of this week. He's heading down, I believe, to Arizona. Evidently, he's not been announcing well, so the Padres have sent him to fall camp down there.
He went to the Arizona Complex League.
Right, he's down to the complex for a little while to work on his broadcasting. No, he's taking his daughter down to college, so congratulations there. He'll be gone for a few days. We will carry on in his stead.
I would think that as a parent, I'm not a parent, I would think that that's one of the
emotional
main
weeks.
main things in a parent's life that they go through.
I think it's
hard.
a big deal. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the parent is all concerned about how their life is going to change, and the young teenager is just happier than hell
to get out of the house.
I just hearing the story that his daughter Michaela is going down there to Grand Canyon, where she'll start, on the soccer team soon. It made me think back, to the day my mom shoved me out the door. That's a better explanation. She certainly didn't accompany me to school.
Really? Was that?
God,
I mean, was that a thing back then? I'm honestly asking.
I don't know. I know that Tony and his wife, they're good parents. They're accompanying their daughter
I think that's
down there.
That's a standard thing.
To help her get moved in, help her get settled. My mom was like, okay, the San Diego State, you're just going to get on that 5 freeway and head south, and give me a holler if and when you get there. So I do remember, I believe it was a Wednesday night, and I drove down. I think school started the following Monday or Tuesday. So, I had a little time, and I remember getting there, Skraby, and I had 2 roommates that I did not know who they were. They were assigned to me with the baseball team.
Okay.
So, the Coach Dietz found us all a place to live, and, he signed a couple of other players who were going to live all together. We out there in Spring Valley in a little apartment. And so I drove down there on the Wednesday night, and when I got there, both my roommates were gone, and they'd already arrived, but they were gone, and they left a note and said, "Hey, we've gone camping for the week."
Camping?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Why
right?
didn't they wait for you?
Yeah, hi, nice to meet you. How are you? You want to go camping? Sure.
Did they know each other before they met?
No, they had no idea who each other were.
Didn't wait for you. They just went. That's weird.
Right. One was from Illinois, and another guy was from Nevada, and then there was me.
Let's take off before the third guy gets
so
here.
They went camping. So I got there, and I'll be honest with you, when I first saw the note, I was like, "Hey, this is great. I got the whole place to myself.
Kind of.
I can set it all up the way I want," and I was all excited. I get the TV, hooked up, and of course, back in those days, Skraby, that was as easy as plugging the TV into the wall. There was no setup required.
There's no HDMI going through a sound bar.
I think I got a pizza, and I sat back, and man, was I living the high life.
Were you drinking Miller High Life?
I don't think I drank yet. I was, still just out of high school. Anyway, so I was all excited. Then I woke up the next morning, and I woke up, and I went, "Oh no, now what the hell do I do?"
Oh,
and I realized I'm in a new city, in a place that I've never been in my life. I don't know a single person anywhere. What am I going to do now? And school wasn't for 5 more days.
So what did you do?
I called my mom and I asked to come home. And she's like, "No, you're not coming home. You just went down there."
I get it.
That's what I mean. It freaked me out.
Well, they ditched you. You would have had something to do if you were to go camping. But would you have gone camping?
I don't like camping, but I think I might have, just to, not have to sit there alone.
That's true.
So, I was really, it's just one of those things where you're excited, and then like, uh-oh, now what? And kind of that's my experience on it. I'm sure everybody has a little different thing. And
my mom drove me to Colorado to go to Colorado State. And so she had to deal with me on the way. I was very nervous about leaving home for the first time.
Yeah.
And my Limp Bizkit CD was scratching. And I got so mad, I took it out and I threw it out on the highway in Utah. And then I regretted that decision.
Yeah, you needed it later.
But when I dropped her off at the airport for her to fly home, there were waterworks for days.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing as soon as I got back in the car by myself. I was like,
and then you cried all the way.
No,
to the,
I was like, what do I do?
Yeah,
just go home.
Yeah, it seems really exciting. You think about all of the great glory you're going to have, and then you realize, well, you're sitting there with you don't know anyone. Anyway, I called my mom, and I was pretty adamant. I'm like, no, you need to let me come home. She's like, no, I'm not letting you come home. And of all the things my mom ever did, that might have been her best speech ever.
That's a good one.
Stay down there. If in a week or so you're still feeling this way, we'll talk about it.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, it was a good thing. And, and after, honestly, about 2 more days, I was like, never wanted to go home again. So, I was all good. But
so it kind of backfired on her because then she never saw you
again. Right. Yeah, right. She didn't get the required. But anyway, good luck to the Gwynns. I'm basically, putting off the task of having to talk about what's happened with the Padres. So let me put it off for another moment longer. It just went final in the World Cup at Dallas. Spain scored, I think, in the 91st minute of the game. Like, it was scoreless for the whole time. And they went down to extra time there, and Spain scored, and Ronaldo and company could not respond. So it is Spain that has moved on with a 1-0 victory over Portugal.
91st minute.
And that means that Spain awaits the United States should we be able to prevail later on this evening. We will have a live report from Seattle. Jake Zivin from Apple TV, nice enough to spend some time with us, talk about the match tonight as the United States takes on Belgium. And there's a lot of crazy things happening surrounding that match, and we'll certainly discuss all that for you. But as it stands right now, unless there's some injunction we don't know about, our guy Flo will be in the lineup tonight for the United States, and we'll discuss how that all came about. All right, enough. I can't wait any longer.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Skraby. The old saying. It's almost become a kind of a famous saying now. You hear it all the time, and it goes something like this: all good things must come to an end.
Yes.
Right? We've heard that. It's pretty popular. It's kind of famous.
It's kind of depressing, but yeah.
But right, all good things must come to an end. You know the saying you never hear anybody say? All bad things must come to an end.
It's true.
But it's true.
Yeah.
And the Padres proved it yesterday. Finally, that bad thing came to an end. I don't know, if I was happy, relieved, probably a little of everything. And, look, Manny hits the home run. I don't know that they've won a game without Manny hitting a winning home run in a while.
Actually, I have a stat.
It seems like he wins every game that they do win with some sort of home run.
I got it.
Okay, what do you got? Because
he has driven in the deciding run in 4 of their past 6 wins.
There, thank you. Okay, so that's perfect. You're right on it. Yeah, so Manny came through with the big shot. Morejon, did not engender a lot of confidence there, but he was able to get through it. And again, I didn't think we'd be thanking J.P. Sears, but for the second time, he comes up with a pretty good outing. Did he even give up a hit? Maybe
He did.
Yeah. He wasn't as good as Yuri Perez was.
Oh, we'll talk about that in the Big Five.
Are you kidding me?
We'll talk about that in the Big Five. The manager has a reason.
Okay, well, I can't wait to hear it. If you didn't hear, the Miami Marlins pitcher Perez had a perfect game through 7 innings and only something like 80 pitches, right?
It was a low 90s, I believe.
Okay, so he was 6 outs away from baseball history. He never got a chance to make that, but we'll talk about that later. So Padres win. The 8-game losing streak is over. It's the longest losing streak, right, of the A.J. Preller era. Right, going all the way back to 2013.
It's the longest losing streak since we've worked here.
Yeah, easily. Yeah. By a wide margin. And honestly, the win yesterday, we'll go back and talk a little bit more about it as we go, but I hate to say it, Skraby, it really doesn't erase the stench that came before it. And this was an ugly 8-game losing streak. There are 8-game losing streaks, and then there's this one. which included 2 games that were such bad blowouts. Rodolfo Duran had to finish the game. It included the worst loss in club history. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
I didn't think it could.
Right?
I didn't.
You go out to Dodger Stadium. You shake off everything that happened, man. You bolt out to a 6-0 lead.
That was impressive.
And you're like, hey, okay, these guys are all right. They put it behind. They had lost 23-3 the day before.
Yeah, I love this fire that they're showing.
Right. And then we forgot that it was Vasquez who seems to treat 5 or 6 runs leads like, he wants nothing to do with them. He was the He was the same pitcher that was out there in the Texas game when they got 5 in the top of the first.
You're right.
And then he gave up 6. God, I don't want to be too harsh on the guy because he ends up fainting.
What is happening?
My God, what else can happen?
He fainted on the way to the X-ray
to get an MRI.
And he's okay, so we can kind of joke about it.
Well, he's on the injured list, though, right?
Now,
he's not available.
He got hit in the foot with a Mookie Betts line drive.
Yeah, line drive. They lose the game. You're thinking, it can't be any worse. That was a horrible loss. Then you pick up the thing, and this is Vasquez faints and is in the hospital. Like, what now?
I'm not joking. I laughed as like, how much worse can it get?
Can you make this stuff? You can't even make this stuff up. But yeah, they blow a 6-0 lead, and so that game was bad. And you I don't know what it is. You could ask for anything worse until the next day when they have a 3-0 lead. They got Michael King throwing bullets, darts. And I'm sorry, Craig Stammen. I know it's second guessing. We are here. It is, 3 days later quarterbacking. But I've said it before, and I'll say it about 100 more times. Stop taking guys out that are dominating. You just can't do it with 70-something pitches. I understand that bringing in Morejon to face the lefty seemed like the play. And granted, Morejon got a ground ball. Jake Cronenworth kicked the game away.
He did.
But I can't take Michael King out there. He's pitching too well. He's on too much of a roll. He gave up a walk, and a bloop single. The ball wasn't really hit hard. You got 3 runs. Sure, he could give up a 3-run homer, but it's Michael King. He's your ace. If he's going to be your guy, show him that he's your guy. And so that to me was not great. Michael King said everything but that after the game, right? I mean, he barely talked. He was upset. He could clearly see he was upset. Mm-hmm. He said, I wanted the next batter. I think that was the only thing he actually allowed in terms of speaking. But his answers were terse. They were one word. Michael King isn't like that. I just think, I understand. You're on a 6-game losing streak at the time. You got Morejon. He's been lights out. I get it. But I think you have to do a solid for your number 1 ace starter there and say, hey, 75 pitches. He's still got plenty in the tank. He'll get out of this inning. Or at least I'm going to give him a chance to. And so I didn't appreciate that. It blew up in their face, obviously, when Hernandez hits a grand slam. I'm like, goodness. Are you kidding me? So that game goes away. And then, right, we got desperate, right? We're down to a 7-game losing streak at this point. We've lost every which way. So we play our last card. We play our final ace in the hole, and we send Skraby to Los Angeles for the game Saturday night. Right?
Yeah.
There was nothing more left to us. We had to
you had to enlist me.
Yeah, we had to dispatch you to Dodger Stadium.
I saw the Skraby light in the sky.
Right, yeah. That's like, the little, what would be the logo on the Skraby light, the Batman light for you? What would that be?
Someone on the chat will come up with
a picture of Lucky the dog or something?
Maybe me making a mistake or something like that.
Yeah, but...
saying well, this is just great, everybody.
Yeah, we sent Skraby up there, and of course, you produced absolutely nothing. I think you got 4 hits, and you got shut out. You got... got Yamamoto. You got 2 batters and running a scoring position all night, and that one was a wipeout 3-0.
Let me
that's the 8-game. Thank God it's over, but it's not forgotten. And you go 73-27 is what they were outscored by Skraby. That is in 8 games. You're outscored by 46 runs. Mm-hmm. I'm not the math thing, but it's about an average of 6 runs per game on average you were beaten by in that streak.
I mean,
so it was as bad as it gets.
Really skews that a little bit. But it happened.
And one last thing. We're talking about the pitching staff that they have now. And I get they have injuries and they've had the problems and this, that, and the other. But longtime Padre fans will remember the years where they had pitching staffs that couldn't get anybody out for months at a time. But the 6-game stretch that ended on Friday night, they had given up 66 runs in 6 games, the worst and most in Padre history. Like no other Padre staff that's ever come before this one was able to achieve that bad of a result. Anyway.
The losing streak, to me, it got me to the point on Thursday where I was angry. I legitimately felt anger towards the team. I even said, why do I watch this team? And I walked out of the room to go get a soda.
Yeah.
But going back to the Michael King thing, we were talking about this at the park. It was a hot topic of conversation.
Sure.
And the kind of sentiment was, we've seen Michael King fall apart and quickly, and he's done that in previous starts. So Craig Stammer may have been thinking, hey, he's unraveling again. I don't want to see this happen. So I'm going to bring in my ace reliever.
Yeah, no, I get why he did what he did. I just think at some point you have to tell Michael King with 75 pitches, you're my guy. He didn't do it, and they lost, and that's what Stammen's there for, to take the criticism of decisions that fail.
I mean, he's making bad decisions elsewhere.
Yeah, that's not the only one. Maybe a good decision yesterday was having his bench coach get thrown out of the game on the 3rd pitch of the day. And Stammen said he didn't ask to be thrown out of the game yesterday, but the umpire obliged him anyway. So Stammen wasn't even around to see them break the losing streak. The bottom line is this. Even though they finally won, there are 8 teams in the running for 3 wild card spots. That's it. 8 teams, and the Padres currently stand 8th. So that's where this leaves us now. They're actually tied with the Diamondbacks, but they're 4 games out of a wild card spot right now. And in order to get one, they'd have to leapfrog 5 teams in the standings. They are below 500. They do have 7 games this week. At the very least, we need 4 and 3 so you can go into the All-Star break at 500. You'd obviously like to be a little better. I'm not going to get greedy. And the bottom line is you have from now until what? July 23rd or 4th to do well enough to make it worth A.J. Preller's worthwhile to even consider a trade.
I know trading now. I don't know why. Well, I don't know why there's not been any sort of that's help brought in at all.
It's a fair point. I know everybody's saying, should we trade Mason Miller? Should we not trade Mason Miller? I don't think that's the answer. You probably can get the most for Mason Miller. But if you're going to do it, I really wouldn't. But if you were going to do it, or you're going to trade, Salas, or you're going to do something like that, yeah, you're going to have to either do it sooner or it may be too late to do anything at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you go 8 games out of the wild card by July 20th. And unfortunately, the way they've been playing, that seems to be a possibility. Yeah, you can't do anything. You're not going to do anything.
This team, this week for this team could determine the rest of the season.
It could determine what they
do.
Yeah, very good point. All right, so we're underway. The losing streak is over.
Woo-hoo!
They did get a win. I give them credit for, scratching their way to 1. But, man, that losing streak leaving an ugly mark. 44-45 is now the record. The Diamondbacks, whom they are tied with, in that lousy of a wild card position. So they're playing for the same thing. They're coming into town tonight. It's a 4-game series. Walker Buehler, coming off his worst start by a long shot, is going to be on the mound tonight. And a guy that has been up and down from the minor leagues this year, Brandon Pfaadt, he's pitched well, I think, in the past against the Padres.
Yeah.
But he just has not blossomed at all. And they had to send him down to the minors earlier. He's come back now. He's certainly hittable. We'll see what the Padres can come up with tonight as we move forward. All right, Gwynn and Chris, we're underway. We got a lot to tell you, and we'll give you the rest of the rundown when we return on 97.3 The Fan.
Tune in.
my arm and shoulder is there for support for any of our neighbors south of the border. I felt for Mexico last night.
Me too.
I've been critical of the excitement of soccer. I think that's been pretty widely stated on the show.
Just downright jerkiness about it.
But that was a hell of a fun match, actually, last night.
It was great.
They made it happen, man. A little rain, got the crowd a little more inebriated.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the atmosphere was already going to be off the charts. And you got to give you got to give England some credit here. You're going into the country where they're just a madhouse for this match. You're also going to the altitude that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And you go out there and you get two right away, for a 2-0 lead. And then, Mexico gets the one and it gets pretty exciting. And then it's halftime and everybody drinks a lot more. And then the second half just got a little, very chippy.
Very chippy.
And
which I do love chippiness.
Well, it adds to the interest. Now, the England guy, he got the red card there. So they're down to 10 men with a 1-goal lead, and there's 35 minutes or so to go. Now, I don't know if the prime they don't have a prime minister. I guess it would be the king
of England.
Yeah, is he going to call FIFA and see if he can't get that rescinded?
Or maybe. I was just thinking
seems to be the thing to do now. We will talk about that later.
I've texted more soccer people in my phone to get their opinion on everything because this is so unprecedented.
It seems pretty weird, but we'll get into it a little bit more because we got our soccer guest coming up. Jake Zivin is up there in Seattle here in a few minutes for the match tonight. But yeah, can you imagine? Hello? Please hold for King Charles. Be on here in a minute. Hey, King, how are you? Well, not too good. We're going to be without this guy in the next match. But anyway, look, Mexico ends up getting, I think that was the big one, was the fact that they gave kind of the situation breakaway type thing where the goalie had to come out and take the red card to give Harry Kane the free penalty kick. Yep. That made it 3-1. Like if you up a man, that probably shouldn't happen, right?
Probably.
But it did. And then Mexico got their penalty kick. I almost felt that was a kind of a make good. I didn't see. Yeah, anyway, I don't know the rules. So I'll say here, I know Kane kicked and his foot came up.
Yeah.
I just didn't see anything intentional. He's trying to injure somebody there, but looked like he was making a play on the ball.
I will say this about
they gave a red card there, so they know more than I do.
That's the problem with this whole red card reversal is now every red card is this going to be reversed?
Or that wasn't a red. Well, there was a yellow in the penalty box. So,
okay.
Right. So that's a penalty kick. Mexico scores 3-2. And then that's when it became fun because for the last 25 minutes, England's down a man and Mexico's just,
peppering the goal.
Yeah, right. They're just there the entire time.
It was the same play every time.
Yeah,
kick it to the guy in the left. Have him kick it over the meat wad.
Yeah, it got old. I couldn't agree with you more. I said the same thing. I'm like, stop giving it to this guy.
Like, I don't know anything about soccer strategy, but this clearly is not working for you.
Yeah, we'll kick it over to the left. He'll center it. They'll head it out. We'll try it again.
The defenders will kick it back in. We'll kick it back to that guy.
They must have tried it 35 times. But anyway, I think that's a hell of a win for England. I know that Mexico and the great fans, all of you, are really disappointed, heartbroken today. But you got to hand it to a team that goes on the road into that. And you know how they say we're going to be on the road? It'll be like 49ers go to Detroit, where they'll try to win in hostile territory.
Yes.
What England went into last night was hostile territory. That's hostile territory.
They did.
You know what I mean?
England showed me something.
Yes, right. Yeah, you go into Detroit, there's a few mean fans, okay? They're drinking too much and yelling at you on the bench. But you go into Mexico City Stadium, that is hostile territory. So
did
England's
you see that
in the next round?
One of their players, actually, England's players, he's out for the rest of the World Cup after they were celebrating after the game, and he tried to jump over a barrier to get back on the field.
I think his name's Edwin Diaz, isn't it? Wasn't that what happened to him in the World Championship?
Oh, well, yeah, he was jumping up and down. This guy was just trying to get over the advertising boards to get back on the field, and he broke his wrist or something.
He also, that same player, I believe, got a yellow card for screaming at the official from the sideline. Right. So he never got in the match, but he got a yellow card, and then He got injured and was out for the rest of the
I
tournament.
know Harry Kane called him Hendo, so that's the only thing I got.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
all I got too. Anyway, United States now will play either Spain.
Jordan Henderson. There it is.
Okay, we know they'll play Spain because Spain did just win 1-0. We will talk about the match tonight against Belgium. We'll get further into this whole how in the world Flo is going to play and whether this is legit or not. Let me remind to everybody out there, some point on the show today, we're going to give away tickets to the big party opening day at Del Mar. It's right around the corner, Friday, July 17th, and tickets will include opening day admission, exclusive access to the party, complete with world-class DJs, craft beers, and cocktail bars, photo booths, private wagering, tickets for the rest of you at dmtc.com. Got to be 21 or over to win the prize today because you need to be 21 over to go to this event. We'll tell you about how you can win that later. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan.
Gwynn and Chris.
Over under 3.5 times for me to do this. Right now, this is going to be difficult, I think.
2 on, 2 outs. Lifted in
Let's
the
just,
left field, pretty
fly
well
ball.
struck.
Not going to happen.
Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out.
All right, that's one. On the ground. Logan Webb trying to get me to chase the sinker. Oh,
The ground, right side.
man. He got me to chase the sinker. 2.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm not going to get overconfident about my eye right there because
2 on, 2 outs. Next
I should have swung at that, though.
And the count is 1-1.
Oh, man. Just weak grounders. Why? That's 3. So all you unders better hope for me to do it right here. Oh, that's not going to happen. That was just swung at the first pitch, just swing at the first pitch. So the unders lost, the overs won, but let's see how long it takes me before I can actually get past this.
2 outs.
Ball inside.
Tying run and scoring
Can you leave
position.
those up?
Top half of inning number 4.
More.
Ground ball right side.
This is what?
He takes it himself
5
to the
now?
bag, and that'll do it.
Just grounder after grounder after grounder.
Sung-Mun Sung. He's
This is going to take me
0 for 1.
forever. Just gap one, please. Oh, that was... I went way too far underneath it.
And that's the 3rd out.
That's 6.
First and second,
Fine.
2 down. Top
It's
half of
fine.
inning number 4. That misses the zone.
I almost
Ball
swung.
1.
It was looking good there for a second.
That one back up
It's
the
not
middle
going to get
and
me
gets
2 RBIs, but...
Castellanos on his way to the plate. He'll
Oh,
score easily.
Castellanos, a blast from the past right there.
Single, a big 2-out
I
hit
think
and a
that's
game.
7 now. Come on. I'm better than this. Why am I swinging at that? Why? It's so stupid.
Makes the catch up against
8.
the wall in foul territory.
I gotta wait for, like, the perfect pitch.
Now it's this
Ball, that's in.
Trying to get me to
tying run
go.
and scoring position.
Why wouldn't
Half
you
of inning
think
number 4.
this is my 9th try?
That's a ball.
If he walks me, I still don't win.
Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Fastball. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? No.
On the move.
I don't.
Battle and the inning.
Okay, that's 9. At this point,
First and second, 2 outs.
12 and a half
Sung-Mun
over
Sung
under.
will hit next.
I guess 13. Let's do 13 and a half.
Outside, that's a ball.
See, I need him to throw strikes because I lose the challenge.
2 on, 2 outs.
Why do I swing at stuff like that? I think this was the
And
10th.
that's the 3rd out.
I gotta start writing this stuff down. Didn't think I was gonna get this far. Okay. That was we're just gonna say attempt number 10, I think.
1st and 2nd, 2 outs. On the ground, right side, and that's a foul.
At least I get another chance. Actually, I could have rolled
2 on,
for a
2
double.
outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to
He's gonna
track
throw
the
me a
ball.
sinker.
Block it if
Off
you
the plate,
have to,
ball
as
one.
far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
He's
but
gonna do
some
another
way,
one.
Somehow
Another one.
climb back into this
Coming at
advantage
me.
account.
And I did it.
He's absolutely belted.
Oh, exit. That's a home run. That wins. That wins. In my, I think, 10th attempt. I did it. Over under 3.5 times for me to do this. Right now, this is going to be difficult, I think.
2 on, 2 outs. Lifted in the
It's
air,
just,
left
yeah,
field, pretty
fly
well
ball.
struck.
Not going to happen.
Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out.
All right, that's one. On the ground. Logan Webb trying to get me to chase a sinker. Oh,
On the ground, right side.
man. He got me to chase a sinker. 2.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm not going to get...
Tony Idol. Today, Crisello, Matt Skraby together. Bill House Studios. We know how. All guests on 97.3. Join us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It is not big bank banking, people. It's better. And coming up on that hotline in a few minutes here will be Jake Zivin from MLS Apple TV coverage. And he's in Seattle, which is where we all want to be tonight for the big USA versus Belgium soccer match. Friday, everybody make a note. Final homestand or final home series of the first half. Toronto comes in. This Friday, Skraby and I are going to be out and about.
Yes, we are.
We will be broadcasting live this Friday, July 10th at Far Corner. Now, we have been there before, and it's really good.
Yes.
First of all, it's right, across from the ballpark.
It is.
So you're right there. Secondly, they have a great atmosphere. It's wide open. You kind of outdoor, indoor, it's just a good vibe. They got good, spirits. Is that the best thing to call them?
Yes, you can
So
say
you can
that.
get ready for the game. But I think the thing I like too, the food is like
The
on
food
point.
is great.
And their pizza guy, whoever their pizza guy is back there, he whips up a mean pizza. It's the ultimate game day hangout. It's across from Petco Park, right in the corner at 10th and J. So we'll be getting underway at 2 p.m. on Friday, broadcasting live before the game against Toronto. So come by, say hello to Skraby. I'm not as nice. He's much nicer. Talk baseball and enjoy some, I just said it, the insane scratch-made pizza.
It is really good. I was distracted
good.
because I just got a text message from someone telling me that there was a news item from Annie Heilbrunn that I probably should take a look at.
Okay. Well, don't
John-
give it to me yet. Just let me
Oh.
finish I'm reading a promo
right.
here. We have to
You're
give the people at Far Corner
You're right.
their due.
Absolutely.
They make great pizza, next level cocktails, and they got the unbeatable game day specials Friday. Get this out there: $4 beers, $6 wells, and $6 house wines. We get underway at 2:00. Far Corner, 10th and J, Friday. The better place to celebrate baseball. All right, tell me the big Padre news.
Johnny Brito's in the clubhouse.
Johnny Brito is in the clubhouse to save the season. Where has Johnny Brito been? He's been recovering from injury for a year and a half. He was one of the trade acquisitions in the Juan Soto to the Yankees trade, if I recall. So hopefully Johnny Brito will be activated. Normally when they're in the clubhouse, that means they're about to be activated.
Very curious about what Johnny Brito could bring because the guy has a great arm, but he's wild.
Great. Just what I need. Somebody to walk the leadoff hitter every inning. That's my favorite. All right, let's go out to the SDCCU fan hotline. Joining us from Seattle, from Apple TV, play-by-play broadcaster, MLS coverage, Jake Zivin has been on with us before. And Jake, very nice of you to join us today. A big day for the United States soccer team in Seattle. What's the vibe like?
It's incredible, guys. You're right. It is a big day, and man, there's people everywhere. American flags, U.S. jerseys. I've never seen anything like it, to be honest, for any sporting event. It's pretty fantastic, especially for soccer, right? For those of us that have been around this game in this country for so long, to be in an atmosphere like this, an environment like this, is pretty remarkable. It's a great day for sure.
Yeah, if we could choose where to have the match, Seattle would have been among the top places to pick, right? I mean, they're already soccer crazy there, right, Jake?
I think so. Look, I live in Portland. I spent 8 years as the voice of the Portland Timbers in Major League Soccer. And look, Seattle and Portland, they have a rivalry on the field, but we're kind of brothers and sisters in soccer here in the Pacific Northwest. Soccer has been an important part of these communities for literally 5 decades. And it's hard to say that about most places in this country. So it is an appropriate place to have this game. But look, you guys know down in San Diego, I mean, the soccer is legit in this country now. Everywhere in this country, there's a real soccer culture. I see it every week traveling around the country for Apple TV, calling MLS games, again, including in San Diego. But there is something a little different, a little special. It's just a little more ingrained, a little more history up here in the Pacific Northwest.
Talking to Jake Zivin of Apple TV. And Jake, we're just going to ask you, what did you think about the reversal of Flo's red card? And do you think it was the right decision?
I think it's the just outcome, right? It wasn't a red card. It wasn't a great moment, but it didn't rise to the level of a red card. It shouldn't have been. Now, obviously, there's going to be questions about the process, and I understand that, and frustrations about the process. And there's a lot of talk about it, right? Around the whole world. This is going to make the United States the villains in the soccer world, which we've never been, ever. Nobody cares about us. We're disregarded in the soccer world internationally. And now everyone's going to be against us. I'm interested to see how the team handles that pressure, but it's also kind of nice. And look, it's got people talking. We're talking about this right now at sports talk radio, TV shows all over the country. People are talking about what's a red card, what isn't a red card, processes of overturning of suspensions. Soccer's made it. Like, I feel like soccer has made it in this country, and we've seen that the past few days.
I love your excitement, Jake.
But he's right.
This is great.
You haven't made it until they start, criticizing you. That's when you know.
Exactly. And until you spend a week debating what's a catch or what isn't a catch, a full week. We're gonna do that in a month, right? Once the NFL season starts. So we've got our soccer version now.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go back to your first thing you said, and then, Skraby and I'll kick around the political stuff later, but you hit it on the head when you say it's the just outcome, because he did not deserve a red card. And I think almost everybody agrees with that. So, however they arrived at it, and he'll play tonight, and that's exciting. All right, so give me the keys here. People tell us that we're favored, which is another thing kind of foreign to a lot of us. But at the same time, Jake, Belgium, I believe, resides in Europe. In fact, I know it does. And we don't do well against European soccer clubs, just in general. And, I mean, look, you've already seen Spain, England, Norway, right? They've all advanced from Europe, So this is to me, it's still a big test. I don't care whether you tell me I'm favored or not.
Oh, it's a huge test. There's no doubt about it. This would be the most significant win in the history of American men's soccer, because it's against a top opponent, a top European opponent, a name, a team that is full of world-class players that play for some of the biggest clubs in the world. It's a different kind of opponent than the U.S. has played in this World Cup. Turkey was very good, but you throw that game out because it was all the backups in, and the U.S. had already won the group. So this is a different task now. I think the key for the United States is to control the game, which they've been able to do in all 3 of their wins. And we've never really seen them do that in a World Cup, is control the game. Even when they've won, And they've certainly never been able to do it against a top 10 type country like Belgium. If they can do that, I think they'll win. They had difficulties in March when they played Belgium in a friendly, so with one player specifically, Jeremy Doku, who's one of the best 1v1 players, one of the most electric players when he's dribbling out on the wing in the world. He plays for Manchester City. They've got to do a better job defending him than they did in March. I think they will. They'll have some different personnel out in the defense than they did in March. But it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. It's a good Belgium team. It's the best team they face in this tournament. And they have a chance to do something they've never done before in a World Cup in the knockout stage, beat top European opposition. It'd be a huge step for the United States and for men's soccer to do that. And I hope they can get it done this week.
Jake, real quick, I was also reading that the Belgium goalkeeper is among the best in the world.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
And what does he what difficulties does he present? What are the kinds of things he does that makes him, one of the best?
Yeah, many would say that he is the best goalkeeper in the world. Thibaut Courtois, he plays for Real Madrid, which is arguably the biggest club in the world. He's a big body. He does everything well, to be honest. Near perfect as a goalkeeper. He can make the big saves, the reaction saves. He's big and tall. He can command his box, come off his line and grab crosses. He can distribute well. He can play with his feet. But, it doesn't mean he's unbeatable. Senegal got two past him in the round of 32 match. That should have been enough for Senegal. They collapsed late. They should have won that game. So, yes, he's maybe the best goalkeeper in the world. But in the end, there's plenty of shots that are unsavable by anybody, right? And it's up to the United States to create those moments.
Talking to Jake Ziven, he's up in Seattle getting ready for this USA game tonight with Flo back in it. And you said something earlier that I think is interesting. You said, can they handle the pressure of all this? And this is a young team, not necessarily been in the big spotlight like this, but you have World Cup fans around the world disliking America very much right now. Do you think that these guys are able to block all of that out, or do you think it's a real possibility they let it eat them up?
Yeah, I think they have to do that, right? I mean, now we're getting into sports psychology, but I actually do think for this game, that has become more important with the Flo Balogun news. Because if they're thinking about that and they're thinking everybody hates us, and look, the fact is this, if the United States loses this game, then they're opened up to a ton of criticism and smack talk. Think if it were reversed, right? If Belgium had appealed to get a guy ready to play, and then he comes in and he plays, and the U.S. still wins. Think of the amount of smack talk that would come from us, from the United States to Belgium, right? And so if the United States loses this game, that's going to come onto the United States. Hey, you did this and you still couldn't win the game. So if the players think like that and worry about that, then I do think that becomes a real problem. So this is where the sports psychology comes into it. They've got to ignore that. They can't worry about that, and they've got to go out and play the game. I think Mauricio Pochettino has them in that mindset. They have shown, I think, to handle the pressure of a home World Cup, because there is pressure playing in front of 80,000 people that are all rooting for you. Yes, it can boost you, but there's also pressure inherently that comes from that, and they've handled it really well in this tournament. So I think they'll handle this moment well also, but it does make it a little more tricky than it would have been, honestly, if Balogun had remained suspended.
Jake, all the focus is on Flo and the red card. Is there anything that you saw in the previous match against Bosnia and Herzegovina that concerned you at all? Things that they should, that we can maybe watch for tonight, that they didn't do as well as they need to do tonight?
Not that game. Honestly, that was near perfect. And the way they still controlled the game while going down a man was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen the United States men's team do in a World Cup. But that was against a very different team in Bosnia and Herzegovina. I think you can't even really compare it, because you go back to the Turkey game and there were some defensive moments there that would concern me, but it's going to be a different group out there today because we're back to the starters. So far in this tournament, I think the only thing that really concerns me is that this defense hasn't really been tested, right? And what are they going to do when they're put under pressure? Because they will be put under pressure at times from Belgium. What does Matt Freese do when he's asked to make a great save? Because he hasn't really had to do it yet in this tournament. So it's more the unknown of that as opposed to something that makes them look vulnerable. But the three games that this starting group has played, and yes, it's not against teams as good as Belgium, but they have been near flawless in every aspect of the game. They've controlled the game offensively. They've been solid defensively. It's been so impressive. Now we see if they can do it against a team like Belgium.
And weather forecast, Seattle, Washington, people, 78 degrees, sunny.
Oh,
you don't see that very often in Seattle.
I put my sunscreen on before we left. But I'm so glad I did. Because out here in the sun, it's actually a little hot. The sun's shining down. It will be perfect today in Seattle for this.
We found the one day of the year it doesn't rain in Seattle. So that's
right.
good.
That's that. Right.
Hey,
exactly.
Jake, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes.
We appreciate it on short notice and getting everybody excited
Anytime.
for the game. We'll be watching and talk to you soon. Thanks.
Anytime, guys. Enjoy it.
Yes, sir. Jake Zivin from Apple TV, one of their great MLS broadcasters, and he's up there in Seattle for the big match tonight. The game will be played, if you're wondering, at Stadium. Isn't this the one?
No, I think it's Field.
Or just Field, right?
Because it's Lumen Field.
Yeah, but it can't be. So, yes, tonight's game will be at Field.
Seattle Stadium.
No, they won't. I don't even think they're calling it that. But, yes, United States, Belgium.
All right, let's get into this
thing.
Let's get into this sideshow of the decision
Yeah,
real quick.
Well, look, I'm not going to tread carefully. I think Jake hit it right on the head, honestly. I don't think there's a lot to add to what he said. The way this came down, I think, as he said, the result is correct. But I just don't think too many people out there are going to buy the fact that, this is just the way FIFA was going to operate anyway. They were going to take a look at it, and they have a totally independent committee that decided this. And, the conversation that our president made to the head of FIFA had no impact on any of this decision. Even if it didn't, I think most of us believe it did. So, that part I think is a little sketchy. And as Jake said, the rest of the world's going to look at this and feel like there's shenanigans going on.
Are you kidding me?
Right?
If I was Belgium, I would be so angry.
Yes.
The only reason I'm not angry is because I'm an American.
Right. You have to look at this you don't have to. But if you looked at it from their perspective and reversed course here, if the tournament was in Belgium and they had a player that was
the goalkeeper,
red carded, and it's the greatest guy they have.
Yeah.
It's not just any guy.
Yeah.
Right? He was red carded. He's not going to play tonight. You're playing them. You're excited. And then the Belgian prime minister, whatever they have, calls FIFA. FIFA goes, yeah, I got the call. And, oh, you know what? Hey, look at that. We're putting him back in on some rule that I don't even think anybody knows exists. Suspending a red card. That just sounds like they made that up.
It does.
So,
but they cited a rule in the rule book. They put the actual rule down.
Yeah,
and when you read the rule,
did.
but okay, so I texted a bunch of people.
Right.
They all say the same thing Jake did. It wasn't a red card. They righted this wrong, but they did it in such a weird way. And FIFA is already corrupt to begin with, so no one's going to ever believe that the president of the United States had nothing to do with this. Even if he called up Infantino and said, hey, I know you can't make a decision, but can you just look into this? That's putting pressure on him.
Or if Infantino said, what, I can't and I won't. We don't believe that. We don't believe that. We believe that the phone call moved the FIFA guy to look at anyway. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Is that a strange thing anymore that we're kind of disliked around the world? Hate to say, there are many people who feel that we are already.
I can handle it because it's sports related.
Yeah.
Like I can handle people not being a fan of Americans because of this sports decision. But like, they should have reversed it the day after or 2 days after. They should not have waited as long as they did.
If they reversed it on merit, then we would all be good.
Yes.
But
there was shenanigans, so we know it.
But yeah, it feels like there were shenanigans. Belgium, by the way, they tried to fight this decision, and the result they got was this had nothing to do with you. So you have no right to appeal. And we're like, well, it did kind of have to do with them.
I mean, they are the opponent.
Yeah, it kind of has to do with Belgium.
This whole thing is crazy.
It's going to leave a bit of a sour taste in a lot of other people's minds.
Please, Flo, score like 5 goals and make it worth it.
Even more. So if he scores 5 goals.
Yes.
All right. Gwynn and Chris.
Hey, it's Skraby. And if So hopefully I can do him justice. And I'm the green one. Pretty sure that's out, right? Yes. Ooh, that's too early of a swing. Ugh, what am I doing? Come on, pitcher. Throwing me one down at the bottom of the zone. Ooh, is that going to have enough? Ooh, barely. I am really early to all of this. There we go. Figuring it out a little bit. Why are you throwing me a pitch? Hide tight, bro. Alright. I have no problem using the right field wall. Too early. This pitcher's like trying to change up speeds on me, throw high and tight. Come on, man. For whatever reason, I cannot wait for the pitch to get to me. But I'm hitting home runs, so who cares? Arrgh! Not great. I need to... I think only the top 4 move through. That's foul. That one's gone. But what's the score? Oh, I need some home runs. That is for sure. That one's gone. Probably need like 14. Go! Go! It's gone. I cannot be eliminated in the first round. Can't tell if I'm outside. I'm really making this difficult on myself. I am now at the bottom, so I'm caving under the pressure. I gotta stop looking at the scores. Just get back on track. 40 seconds to go. Come on. Couple people did not hit a home run, so that's good. What are you doing throwing me a pitch that low? Oh man, that's gonna be foul, isn't it? Yep. I'm not gonna make it. Dang it! I thought I would need 14 and I do, but I missed that pitch. I literally just missed it. That is a brutal way to end this. Yes, I'm aware I've been eliminated. That was a terrible showing. So hopefully I can do him justice. And I'm the green one. Pretty sure that's out, right? Yes. Ooh, that's too early of a swing. Ugh, what am I doing? Come on, pitcher. Throwing me one down at the bottom of the zone. Ooh, is that going to have enough? Ooh, barely.
Our Monday get-together, Padres Diamondbacks tonight. Sam Levitt's Padre pregame show, 5:30. 5:30, shortly after 5:30. Priscilla, Matt Skraby together in the Odyssey Palace Studios. Tony Gwynn Jr. Sent to the Arizona Fall League for the week. Work on some phrasing, I believe it is.
Yes.
Tony, Skraby,
Yes.
they're tightening. No, he's down there getting his daughter checked into Grand Canyon and school. And Tony Gwynn Jr. is nothing if not a great parent. Can we say that?
He's definitely
Yeah,
a great parent.
he's a really wonderful guy. to
He is.
his
He tries
kids.
to make it to every single thing that they do, each
Yeah.
one of them. And he's got 4.
Like he'll go to where is it up there?
Norco.
To Norco.
He always says, I got to go to Norco.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him. It's way up there and it's hotter than hell.
Oh,
and
God.
they have like 10,000 soccer fields in this
Yeah.
one spot. And Tony will go up there and watch like 3 soccer matches in a row for like 8 hours of soccer.
Yeah, just
So good for you,
yeah.
Tony Gwynn
Yeah.
Jr. We're going to get to the Daily Gambit in a moment, but the Padres are going to field a lineup for tonight's game against the Diamondbacks, so we might as well let you in on it.
Yes. There is no Bogarts in this lineup, so keep that
Well,
in
he
mind.
hasn't had a day off in a while, so he's
And-
got one today.
Yes. Fernando playing right field, leading off. I was thinking about this over the weekend. I spent hours talking about how Fernando's not going to hit leadoff this year, and he's been hitting leadoff this entire season, Chris.
Pretty much.
Jake Cronenworth, second base, batting second. Manny Machado on his birthday, playing third, batting third. Gavin Sheets cleaning up at first base. Ty France DHing in the 5th spot. Jackson Merrill, 6th spot. Samad Taylor, left field, 7th. Your guy, Sungmun Song, shortstop, batting 8th. And then Duran catching for Bueller.
Sun Myung Song made a great double play yesterday, or started one on a beautiful pickup.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of men
It's
on.
falling away. Had to
Appreciated that play by Sun Moon Song. He's also, I've been critical of his hitting because, and it's fair. He doesn't sting the ball very often. But Smart yesterday dropped down a bunt.
Mhm.
Should be doing that more often with his speed.
He's got great speed.
And he's almost an automatic stolen base right now. He has been lately anyway. Had 2 yesterday. So he's starting to, I don't know. I'm starting to see some signs from him, but he hasn't won me over yet.
Not yet.
No, Diamondbacks lineup not in yet. Walker Bueller, Brandon Pfaadt are the principals this evening. We just had something weird happen that we're not used to at Wimbledon. The last match of the night there, a 4th round match, the number 2 seed Zverev is playing, called the match in the 3rd set because of curfew. Now, I'm only bringing this up. It's 11 p.m. there. So evidently, what? The whole Wimbledon thing needs to shut down at 11 p.m.? Like, what's the problem?
Last time I checked, London was a very big city and operates at all hours.
I've been to Wimbledon it's in a neighborhood, it's in an area. So maybe that is why they don't want everybody,
the
15,000
people don't want it to
maybe
be
they don't
too
want
late.
15, 20,000 people, driving their cars home at 1 a.m. through that neighborhood. I don't know, but this will make you will be shocked when I tell you this. Back in the 70s, don't play the song.
Okay.
Back in the 70s,
Don't play this.
you can look it up. The American League, not the National, the American League had a 2 a.m. curfew for all games.
Oh, wow.
And I know that sounds like that would never happen, but it did because you had rain delay, 2-3 hour rain delay, game gets back underway. There were several games that I recall growing up that were called because of curfew in the American League. Doesn't that just seem kind of odd now that you think about it?
It seems that's weird.
There was a curfew. So that was back in the day. It may have even been earlier than 2 a.m. I have to look that up. But yeah, games would get called on the curfew, 17 inning game.
And then when would they start it up?
I guess they'd pick it up the next day. I don't know exactly how that went, but yeah, because in those days you could have a long extra inning game. You can't really, it's not going to happen anymore with the new Ghost Runner rules.
Very true.
All right, Bill Howe Studios, we know how, Gwynn and Chris, and time for some Daily Gambit.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please everybody gamble responsibly. 1 second, Chris. Tune in next Monday, July 13th at 6 p.m. as Bet365 presents Odyssey Sports Midsummer Baseball Showcase Special from Philadelphia. Next Monday, July 13th at 6 p.m. You'll hear that.
I have a major
Chris.
update for you.
Oh, a major update.
Yeah, I do. This is a major update. I was just making fun of the fact that the American League used to have a curfew.
Oh, okay.
They actually still have it.
They still have it. The American League. Or is it baseball in general?
The American League curfew still exists. No inning can start after 12:59 a.m. local time in an American League ballpark.
Wow.
Now, why this? I mean, this is ridiculous at this point with the leagues playing each other all the time.
Yeah, that is weird.
Again, it's harder to get a game that late now because extra innings don't normally last so long.
True.
But again, you have a rain delay for an hour or two. They come back and play at 11 p.m.
I wonder if there's
still a curfew. I am shocked by this. I thought it was something that they just did away with a long time ago.
I wonder how much of it has to do with like overtime costs for the employees who have to stick around.
I don't know, but why would it only be in the American League? Do they not have those overtime costs in the National League?
That is weird. I don't know. We'll have to try.
I got to be honest with you. You can win 100 bar bets on that one, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Anybody in here want to bet me the American League still has a curfew?
Yeah, it would be like, the question would be like, what time is the curfew for the American League? They'd be like, there's no curfew.
Yeah, they'd laugh you right out of the place.
That's a trick question.
What an idiot. Curfew.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. How about that? I'm stunned. I'm as stunned as anyone.
I'm very stunned.
And this is all according to, my Google search, which I'm trusting is correct, that the rule is still in play.
You should ask Mike Winters about that next time you see him.
You're right. I should ask Mike Winters. 12:59 a.m. You know what it'd be like? It'd be like the time when maybe 10 years ago now, the Eagles and the Bengals went to overtime one day in a football, and Don McNabb came out and said, "What? What are we doing?"
Yeah, he didn't know.
They were all like, "Well, we got to do the coin toss. It's overtime." He goes, "There's overtime?"
I mean, I got to say that
he was the quarterback of the team. He did not even know there was overtime.
There was an overtime game a few years ago where someone didn't know.
Yeah.
I find that's very embarrassing if you are a player in the league and you don't know.
But I guarantee you 99% of the people in Major League Baseball have no idea there's a curfew in the American League.
I would agree with that.
Okay. All right, let's go.
No bets to review.
Yeah, we don't have anything to review. So let's start with, the big one. USA, Belgium. We are a half goal favorite, Skrabe. I got to believe with Flo in there, with Seattle going crazy, our dream does not die tonight.
Yeah, I think I might be drinking the Kool-Aid or jumping on the bandwagon or whatever, but I'm gonna go USA.
Whether I'm drinking it or not, I'm certainly not going to root for Belgium.
I'm going to go with Belgium, Chris, because they were wronged. Okay.
Well, there might be a person or two out there that thinks that. I'm sure there's a few people out there listening to the show today that have, Belgian.
Yeah,
must be a few of them out here in San Diego, Southern California, that are, going to be holed up in a sports bar somewhere and. Right
angry in the corner.
Belgium will score, and this one voice will chime, "Hey!" and everyone will turn around.
That's the great part about our country is that you can be Belgian and you can go and watch your game. It's fine. I love it. But you also have to deal with all of us USA hooligans that are going to get in your face.
There might be some hooligans. 2.5 goals over under for the total score of the game. Skraby.
I just read something that the U.S. has scored 2 goals in each game, so I'm going to go over.
Over. I'm going to go under. I think we went, 2-0. I hope.
Bosnia and Herzegovina was 3-2.
3-2. No, it wasn't.
Or
It was
Turkey
2-0.
was 3-2. I'm sorry.
Yeah. USA, Belgium, 9.5 over under corner kicks. Yes, you're going to be rooting for those tonight.
Total?
Can you believe there's a bet on that?
Yes, I can.
9.5 corner kicks. Yeah, why the hell not? I don't.
This seems like it would be
Like,
an
how do
easy
you-
bet because I see at least
Seems like
5
there's
of them
more
in
than
the first
9.
half.
Yeah, seems like there's more.
I'm going to go over. Yeah.
How do you break that down as a wagerer? Like, do you look at the Belgian team and go, nah, this is a team that is not made for the corner kick?
I'm sure there's some metric you can look at.
You know what I mean? Yeah, right. Some analytics that would
But
tell you.
if you're betting seriously on corner kicks, then you got an issue.
Yes.
You need to go and take
Well, then
a look
you
at
and I
it.
have an issue because we're wagering.
But we're
that.
not actually wagering.
Right. Padres are favored. The win last night has excited the lines makers. Padres 1.5 over the Diamondbacks tonight. What do you think? You feel we've turned the corner?
No.
Okay. Well.
Manny said he got lucky hitting that home run yesterday.
Oh, terrific.
He said he couldn't see the ball because of the shadows, and he just swung.
Swung for the hell of it, huh?
I'm going to go Padres, but the Diamondbacks have their number, and I don't like this matchup.
No, I'm going to take the Padres. I just saw it flashed on the screen. Diamondbacks are the second lowest scoring team on the road in all of baseball this year. They can't hit away from home, apparently.
They
hope
check
it
the
holds
Padres?
up. Yeah, they haven't been here yet. Padres, Diamondbacks, 8.5 runs. With that, I guess I'll go under. Just I saw that stat, so I'll go under.
Yeah, I'll go under too.
Yeah. Tatis or Corbin Carroll tonight, the matchup for runs, hits, RBIs. Fernando, I tell you, Fernando, it's still just, I don't want to beat a dead horse, so I'm going to say it a different way. Whenever he comes to bat and they show the little line under there in his name in the graphic and it says 5 home runs, it still looks funny to me. It just doesn't seem high enough for him,
He's up to 284. He had 3 hits yesterday.
Yeah, no, all that other stuff is fine. The 5 just still kind of catches my eye, but I've kind of done complaining about it. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
All right, runs, hits, RBIs. Fernando or Carroll?
You know what? I do believe that Fernando is seeing the ball well. I'm going to go with him.
As a Corbin Carroll owner in fantasy football.
Yeah, how
fantasy baseball.
Yeah, how is he?
He's been struggling the last couple months. I say couple months. Maybe the last 3 weeks have not been Corbin Carroll-like. So I'll take Tatis. Yankees 1.5 at Tampa Bay tonight. This is the big one in baseball. You got the 2 teams at the top of the American League East. Tampa Bay, I believe, is still on top. Are they not?
I think so, yeah.
The Yankees have lost that. The Yankees lost 7 in a row, wasn't it?
Yeah, why didn't they get this huge media coverage like the Padres did?
Well, I bet they did in New York, but they did. Yeah, it seemed quieter than what we were going through here.
Yes.
Yankees are 1-9 in their last 10 games. They've dropped 7 games on the Diamondbacks in that span. So actually, Tampa Bay is 4 games up going into the game tonight. Schlittler, careful, against Jax. I think Jax is a kid.
Griffin Jax?
Yeah, I think he pitched at Air Force because I remember seeing him against the Aztecs way back when.
You know, I was thinking the other day too. Oh,
go ahead. No.
The Rays are so good at developing talent that they had Wander Franco, obviously get kicked out of the league for good reason, and they just replaced him with Junior Caminero. It's just like third baseman after third baseman.
You have to say that the Rays
baseman.
do something right. They have the third best record in all of baseball again, with nothing. You can't name a single guy in their team hardly.
No.
But
I know Caminero, that's it, and Aranda, and that's about it. And McClanahan.
Well, I also know Griffin Jax. He's pitching tonight.
Okay, I'm going to go. Or did you
I'll
go?
take the Yankees because I think they're going to get back into the race.
I'm going to go
4
Rays.
games out. Go Rays. One more. We'll go to the WNBA where the Sparks are 4.5 over the Storm tonight. That is Los Angeles, Seattle. I don't think too many Seattle fans will be focused on this one with the soccer, but you never know. Storm are 5-17 this year, but the Sparks are only 8-10. So
I'm up.
You're up. You're giving 4.5 points if you want the home team. If you want Cameron Brink squad.
Sure, I'll take the Sparks.
I'm going to take the Sparks too, although they're only 3-6 at home.
Oh, well,
nice story in the New York Times today. I want to go over it a little later on Caitlin Clark and what has all happened in the WNBA and what they can do about the Caitlin Clark problem. And it is a problem when it shouldn't have been, right? It should be the celebration of the WNBA. And it's become anything but that. We'll talk about that a little later. We got soccer coming up tonight.
Big one at 5 o'clock.
Actually
start 5 o'clock. Okay.
Well, come on at 5. So, you know, they actually start pretty close to the top of the hour.
Actually, the app will tell me what time it's supposed to
They don't
start.
mess around too much on that.
Okay. Because yesterday I missed the start of the Mexico game because I got the time.
No, you didn't get it
incorrect.
wrong. I believe it was delayed an hour because of rain.
No, it was, but I did the DVR thing to catch the beginning.
You were still...
And I was just watching rain coverage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't catch the game until like end of the first half.
Gotcha. All right. At some point, remember today, you're going to have a chance to win a pair of tickets to the party. Opening day, Del Mar. It's Friday, July 17th. Tickets including opening day admission, exclusive access to the party, complete with world-class DJs, craft beers, cocktail bars, photo booths, and private wagering. Tickets at dmtc.com. 21 or over to win the prize. We'll tell you how you can win that very, very soon as Gwynn and Chris rolls on. Word.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
It's not that bad for your afternoon, but...
right, welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. Tony's not here today. He's taking his daughter down to Arizona. Get her checked in. Grand Canyon. She's going to be a lope.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, play on that soccer team down there. Good luck to her and the Gwynn family. Skraby and I soldier on without them. Sam Levitt joins us, or joins you at 5:30. Padre pregame show tonight, 5:40. It'll be the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Brandon Fought, after his stint in the minor leagues, will be on the mound for the D-backs. Walker Buehler for the Padres. Padres enjoying the fruits of a one-game win streak.
Let me, before you move forward, yesterday, going into the end of the game, did you feel like they were going to lose that game? Because
No.
I did.
I knew the baseball gods couldn't be that mean.
I mean,
they'd already
seen
been
it
mean
all.
enough.
We've seen it all, Chris.
Yes, we have, but no, they were not losing. Mason Miller wasn't giving up 4 in the 9th.
That's true.
All right, they were winning that one.
Okay,
and they did. But I understand where you're coming from. Speaking of Mason Miller, we should congratulate the Reaper.
Yes,
it's on his way to the All-Star game. Understand that every team does have to have a player on the All-Star roster, but also understand that I don't believe that was why Mason Miller made it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, I believe he made it because he's pretty much the most dominant closer in baseball. You know what I like to do, though, Skraby? Just to anger the villagers.
Bring up who made it over some of the Padres?
No.
Okay.
I like to bring up the former Padres that made it.
Oh,
just so everybody can get upset at the players we no longer have.
It somewhat angers me, but
how about Dylan Cease? He had never made an All-Star team, by the way. This is his first All-Star game appearance.
Wow. That's surprising.
Again, you can blame the Padres or blame Dylan Cease. He didn't pitch well here. He didn't pitch like an all-star here.
No, he did not. And he was going to be far too expensive for the Padres.
Yeah, but we still should have re-signed him according to all of the second guessers out there.
With what money?
Here's a guy that I actually feel good for. Michael Wacha. Makes the all-star team this year. I don't think when we let him sign with Kansas City, we ever thought that would come back to, we'd come to regret that. Both Seth Lugo and Wacha have pitched well as Royals.
Yes, they have.
But good for Wacha. He gets on the All-Star team. Here's a guy that I don't care. He makes the All-Star team. I'd never want him back. Juan Soto. You can move on from him. These two guys go together, so I'll announce them together. C.J. Abrams and James Wood. It is what it is.
It's starting to hurt more.
It seems like it. There isn't a day that goes by that they don't show the Washington National highlights that one or both of these guys, slams the ball all over the yard.
It does seem to be stinging a little bit more for me personally.
More and more and more.
Yes.
Well, look, we got Johnny Brito in a roundabout way, and he returned to the clubhouse tonight, so maybe it'll make you feel better.
If I see him throwing 102 in strikes, go for it.
It'll make you feel better. There's one more former Padre that made the All-Star team, and I just want everybody to understand that you all hated this guy, and you all hated me for sticking up for this guy.
Luis Arraez.
And we didn't want him back. Because, we didn't want a guy that hits 5 home runs but bats 280 at the top of our order. Oh, gee, we have one anyway. Yeah, Luis Arraez made the All-Star team this year.
I mean, he deserves it. He's back to being Luis Arraez.
Yes, and he wasn't last year. I'll be the first to admit that.
Yeah,
but I never gave up on Luis Arraez. I love Luis Arraez. He's, to me, is still a great hitter. And there's something to be said for a guy that can put the ball in play and find a hole once in a while. So I love Luis Arraez. And I know everybody said, well, we just didn't want him batting second.
I was going to say, just move him down. That was the mistake last year for the Padres. They kept him in the same spot.
That killed the whole season. I know it did. I know. Well, that's what everybody said. That's what everybody said. So it must be true because everybody said it. Luis Arraez is back on the All-Star team this year, so good for him. Some of the snubs, there's always a few. Honestly, I would say Bryce Terang is a fair snub. I think he should be there. Rise, though, took the player ballot and beat him out.
Oh, the player ballot.
Yeah, again, I love Rise, so I'm going to, stay with him. But Bryce Terang's really been pretty good. 12 home runs now. He's a slugger and a speed, and he's a Gold Glove winner.
Yep.
So that's a lot. Platinum Glove winner.
Yeah,
it's a lot to keep him out of the All-Star game. Some of the other there's a bunch of names here. I'm not going to read them all. I think Michael Harris of the Braves seems like an all-star now, and he wasn't. Right? He's been all that and more. He's sixth in WAR, but the 5 guys ahead of him are all on the team. So I thought Michael Harris seemed like an all-star.
Yeah.
Sonny Gray for the Red Sox. I don't know what they were thinking.
He's had
10
a
and
decent
1
year.
Decent. He's 10-1 with a 2.61.
Oh, I thought you were. I was like, man, what do you have against Sonny Gray?
Nothing. I'm saying he's a snub.
You're being sarcastic.
Yeah, right. I don't get it. I don't get how he didn't make it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
What are they thinking there?
I don't know.
I mean, he might even win the Cy Young. It's really between him and Cam Schlittler right now. And Gray doesn't even get on the All-Star team. I didn't quite understand the thinking there.
Yeah, you would think some players would vote for him.
One guy that also could be considered a snub, and I'll bring him up because we like him, is Nick Martinez. Had a really good first half for the Rays. They did choose already, though, a couple of Rays pitchers. I think Rasmussen and is it Brian Barker, something like that? Anyway, so maybe that's what kept him out of there.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would
try to look out for Nick Martinez because he's a good dude.
If I was Sonny Gray, I would be kind of ticked off.
Right. So the name there that sticks out to you is Sonny Gray.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's
There's
the one
always somebody.
Because I saw some Padres fans say like that one more Padres should have made the All-Star game. And I thought about it for an hour. There's no other Padre that could make the All-Star game from this team right now. Do we have any pitchers?
Fernando has nosed his way a little bit into the conversation despite the 5 home runs.
But he doesn't have all-star numbers.
I didn't think we had an all-star. I didn't even think it was a contest. I thought it was Mason Miller and end of story.
Sometimes sometimes Padres fans need to realize that the team wasn't good enough to be in the all-star game.
Kind of felt that to be the case. We'll take a quick timeout. We've got a bunch of other stuff. We got the Padres. We got the World Cup. We got everything. But there was a big story this weekend in the Wimbledon that I want to talk about.
In the Wimbledon.
And it didn't have anything to do with the curfew that suspended play tonight. There's an athlete out there that I think we need to spend some time on for the good of everybody. And we'll discuss that and a little bit more, some potpourri, some NFL news today, and all the other stuff. So don't go anywhere. Gwynn and Chris keeps rolling.
From the first pitch of the year to the biggest games down the street.
97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. Doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help. And there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So, goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. Doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not going to lie. My mouth is, like, getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I got to go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now.
Rolls on here. I don't know. This makes me feel better based on what the Padres have gone through and how everything's collapsed on them, at least before yesterday. But just it goes to show you how anything can happen in baseball, and it usually does. All-Star Christopher Sanchez today pitched against the last-place Royals. You talk about like a gimme.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't a gimme. 3 1/3 innings, 9 runs. His worst outing of his career.
Of his career?
Yeah, Royals won 15-1 over the Phillies today.
Wow.
I mean, it can happen, right? To just about anybody.
Except for the Padres, it feels like.
Yeah, I know. We haven't done that too. Like, when Christopher Sanchez was pitching against the Padres, he was in the midst of that 90-inning scoreless streak or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Although with the Padres were the team that broke the streak.
Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, they didn't break it with 9 runs, though, like that.
No.
All right, let's do some potpourri. There's a lot happened over the weekend. It was a long weekend. I think you can't go anywhere without at least, everybody's going to say, but maybe this will put an end to it for a while. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. It's married. They're done. It's over.
You brought it up. I got thoughts.
Yeah, you got thoughts. Okay, give me a couple thoughts.
Okay, number one, I read about this how many streets were shut down in New York for this wedding, and it caused a lot of traffic, and it caused a lot of people missing trains and planes and all this other stuff. And it was the World Cup. Number one. Number two, it is not relatable to get married in Madison Square Garden where you built a castle, and it's also not relatable to be married by Adam Sandler in Madison Square Garden. It's all good and fine if that's what they wanted to do, but I am so tired of this coverage, Chris. So tired.
All right, well, here's a couple things. One, the coverage, don't blame the coverage. This is what people out there want. They want to know what's happening with these people. All right, so the coverage is giving the audience what it wants. But if you want to be critical of Taylor Swift, which I think a lot of people, for whatever reason on our end of the world, do, we should also be critical of Travis Kelce. He got married also. Okay, so let's at least.
This was a blanket I'm just berating that I was giving them.
I know you were, but I think a lot of us in sports say, well, this Taylor Swift, she doesn't belong. We got to see her at the Chief games all the time, and we're tired of her. And now she gets married in the middle of New York, and it's delaying people and causing them to miss trains, and that is absolutely accurate.
Yeah.
But Travis Kelce could have said, you know what, let's wait a weekend.
I don't know. His new wife, Taylor Swift, probably said, no, I would like to shut down. I've been hearing these stories for years that Taylor Swift is not actually a nice person.
So you're just guaranteeing that she runs the show and Travis Kelce's a yes man. And you don't know anything at all about the relationship.
No, I can't say that.
My point is if we're gonna be critical of Taylor Swift, fine, but be critical of Travis Kelce too. He helped shut down the trains. I think it was very, very short-sighted on their part to get married on the 4th of July weekend on top of a train station that everybody needs to get in and out of New York City, the most crowded city in the world.
With the World Cup happening.
So, So I got to say that was just not – it was a little tone deaf on their part. So I'm with you there. But I'm saying their part. I'm not going to put it all on Taylor Swift like you and everybody else is doing.
I put it on both of them.
Nah, I no longer
I don't want the Swifties to come after me because I do like her music. I think some of her music's great. I can sing along to it.
I really don't care if the Swifties come after me.
Well, the Swifties, Chris, you should, because the Swifties are one of the strongest internet groups in the world.
Yeah.
And they will come after you. Yeah, I've already said what I had to say. It's just not relatable. It's just not relatable at all. And if someone were to say to me, "Hey, I know you want Madison Square Garden, but all this street shutting down is going to really impact the traffic in New York City," I would be like, you know what? Don't shut down the streets. Apparently, it wasn't even.
They shut down quite a bit of stuff,
like blocks.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, New York's used to a lot of stuff like this, but that was unnecessary in that regard, and they could have had the marriage at another time, right? They didn't have to be the 4th of July thing. All right, enough on them.
Okay. Thank you for allowing me to do that.
You're welcome. I thought the number one sports story of the weekend was far away from a lot of things that most people did. And it has to do with a tennis player.
Okay. You're going to explain your tease.
I am. I believe that this athlete is somebody that a lot of us should look at and, really be impressed by. But for a long time, she's been a controversial figure. The reason, though, mostly that she was controversial is because she was taking breaks from the sport to deal with her mental health. She took a lot of crap for that. I don't know why we still seem to have this issue with mental health. Like the old story goes, if somebody breaks their arm and they're out 6 months, everybody goes, okay.
Yeah.
But if your mental health is messed up and you need to sit out 6 months to get it fixed, everybody's like, oh my God, what's the matter with you?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Kind of like a concussion, huh?
When the mental health thing is depression, I think, and that's what this was. I think most people say, well, just get happy. And what do you have to be depressed about?
Yeah, I love that
You're the number
just
one.
Be happy.
You're the number one tennis player on earth. You're winning major championships. You're famous. You are one of the top 10 earners in terms of off-court royalties and things of that nature. You're Naomi Osaka. What are you doing depressed? And, man, she battled this for, I want to say, from 2021 till about 2024. It's been a 4 or 5 year struggle for her to get back to playing tennis at the level she was playing at when she, divulged this. I give her a lot of credit for talking about it, shedding a light on it. I don't understand what the controversy was about. She had depression. It is a clinical depression.
If you will listen to me, I will tell you what people think.
Okay.
I don't have any issues with her taking time off for mental health. I think that's the smart thing to do, and I think she did the right thing for herself. There's no issues in my mind. The issues I think people are pointing to are the fact that she says she doesn't like attention. She doesn't, she didn't do a post-game or post-match media availability because she said she didn't want to because she was depressed. And then she comes out in the court looking like a jellyfish. And so I think people are
that part of it,
including myself.
Since she's come back, some of the
she says she doesn't
choices,
like the attention, but then she dresses like a jellyfish.
Okay.
And I know I'm going to take heat again for this because I already did once, but personally, I'm not a guy who's going to be like, hey, everybody, look at me, and then be like, you can't look at me because I wore a jellyfish outfit. You can't look at me. Why would you look at me for doing this?
Okay. Yeah.
But I want to make it clear. I think she was very smart for taking her
I will say that somebody should
off.
talk to her about that and say, look, if you're going to come out and say that you don't want attention, then stop dressing to get attention. That's a fair comment.
And I want people to know that I think mental health is very important, okay?
Of course it is. Okay. And Naomi Osaka at least has gotten back. She still struggles with the depression. It's not anything that ever really goes away. Yeah. You kind of learn to deal with it, and hopefully you are able to handle it. I bring it all up because she smoked Sabalenka, the number one player in the world, the other day. Yeah, she's playing great tennis. And it looks like she might be back. She's 14 seed. She's in the quarterfinals. If she plays like she did the other day, she may win Wimbledon, which I think is a pretty incredible bounce back from the depths that she fell to. So I think it's something that should be celebrated. Just to remind all of us out there.
I think you could take from her story for sure that you are able to beat some of this stuff even when you think you can't beat it.
Yeah.
And I think that message is a great message for a lot of people out there because she did something by taking time off from her sport at the time that she did and the age that she did. She did something that a lot of people, as you said, criticize her for because she's a tennis player. She needs to be playing tennis.
She was number one in the world.
Yeah.
She had just won her fourth major. She's raking in money beyond hand over fist on her, her deals.
Yeah.
All that stuff. It's very marketable. She's the first Asian player ever to win a major.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, so the world is her oyster, as it were. And she steps up and says, I need out. I have depression. And people are like, what?
I think that's very strong. I do.
That was in 2020, 2021, that era of time. So this is 2026. So this is a struggle that's been ongoing to get her back to where she could compete with another number one player and beat her pretty soundly the other day. Anyway, I'm a fan of Naomi Osaka.
I don't mind
for what she's accomplished.
Just don't dress like a jellyfish.
I think your jellyfish comment is fair, though.
Just drives me nuts.
She'll play in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
All right. Do I want to go with, or do you have another story? Do you want me to take over?
You do one.
Okay, here is one. Now, this is a fun one. Harry Kane, after the England game last night, beating Mexico, he went for an interview with BBC Sport, which is like the UK's ESPN. But Here is what he sounded like, and everybody is loving this because he has no voice.
My voice is gone. Hello, just fell over there. I think it's okay. Just something to do with his arm.
Okay, well, as for the performance,
So
I
it
think
goes on for a little bit longer like that.
And she was still questioning him?
She went on and just
It was a crazy game.
Here's the beginning that I think is really funny.
Well, Harry, huge congratulations. What a contest, what a win. But I just firstly wanted to ask you what's happened over there by the England goal, because there looks to be some concern.
Yeah, Jordan.
So he did that. He posted
I
a video.
shouldn't laugh because I've come on the air after breaks. I used to eat the crackers doing that.
No,
so.
he did a video today saying his voice was back, but everybody's loving Harry Kane doing an interview with no voice because, how many times have we seen these athletes be like, I can't do it, I don't have a voice, which is a legitimate excuse. But
Harry Kane, that was a dramatic night for the England and the soccer people there. It came at the expense of our friends here in Mexico. So, understand the sadness in Mexico, but that was a hell of a win for England.
It was.
Harry Kane had every right to not have a voice after that match. See if he can get it back in time to play Norway in the next round.
Nate said, get that man some tea.
A little bit of tea and lemon and honey. NFL ESPN has come out, Skrabe, with its list of the top 32, the rankings 1 to 32 of the talent on every team's roster.
Okay.
Heading into the season. You want to guess who's 32nd before we get to the top?
I'm just going to guess the Dolphins.
Yep. They're last. The worst team in the NFL, according to ESPN. Here's the funny part that they actually say biggest strength, which is actually pretty easy. Devon Achane is pretty much their only strength.
Yeah, he's good.
But here's the funny line. Biggest weaknesses, the Dolphins have so many weaknesses, it's kind of hard for us to pick one here. But they went with their secondary, saying that it's even worse than it was last year when they got riddled and, destroyed. Good luck to our friend from San Diego State, Chris Johnson, who's going to be part of that secondary this year and probably the best player they have drafted. But anyway, so Miami goes to 32. Let's go to the good side. How many of the top 10 you think you can get, Skrabe? You're ranking their best. This is talent only, not necessarily, everything.
Yeah, like coaching. And,
right.
And,
so who do they say have the
and
best?
having the refs in your pocket like the Chiefs.
Yeah. All right, so who has the best 10 rosters in the NFL going into this season? I'm going to tell you right now the Chiefs are not one of them.
Really? I would have said the Chiefs. Okay, let's go with the Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks should be in there, right? They won the Super Bowl last year.
Yep.
I'm still looking for them, though. Where are they?
They did lose some guys, but they didn't lose that much.
Yes,
I was going to say, they didn't lose
I was like,
that
whoa.
Much. You got to go with the Rams, I guess.
Biggest concern for the Seahawks is the running back situation, they say. Remember, Kenneth Walker signed with the Chiefs. He's tired of not getting all the calls to go his way. So he said, I'm going to the Chiefs. Rams are number one. I think that's kind of kind of everybody's going there.
Yeah.
That seems to be unanimous.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on them.
The Rams have the number one team, etc.
What about the Lions?
Lions are still in there. Yeah, number 6. The Lions who finished in last place last year with all of this talent.
That's crazy.
And, we love the kneecap cannibal, but doesn't he have to take a little of the blame for that? He's coaching a team with this much talent, and they finished – it was a tie for last, but it was still last.
I mean, they were Super Bowl favorites to start last year.
Yes, they're playing a last place schedule this year. That is something
they're in
that
the
everybody has to
49ers
worry
position
about.
from a couple years ago.
Right? That could pay off for them.
You're
good. You've gone 4 for 4.
Let's go with the
Seahawks, Rams, Lions, top 10.
I could see them saying that the Chargers are a top 10 team.
Chargers are not on here.
Really?
No, they didn't make the top 10. I'll give you another couple guesses.
What about the Broncos?
To drag on too long. Broncos are part of it. Yeah, they're 8th.
Okay, what about the 49ers?
49ers didn't make it.
That's fair.
49ers are 11th. So they're pretty close.
That's fair.
Just ahead of the Chiefs in that category. Chargers are behind the Chiefs at 13th.
What about the Bears?
No.
Oh.
I'll give you the list, and then we'll move
list.
on there. Rams 1, Eagles 2, Seahawks 3, Bills 4, Ravens. They always put the Ravens
I
on
didn't.
here.
Everybody's down on those two teams.
Everyone loves the Ravens always. Lions, Patriots, got to consider them still. Broncos, Texans. A little surprising, maybe.
CJ Stroud takes them down quite a bit.
And finally, the Packers. I don't know. The Packers are in the top 10. They lost every important figure on that organization to the Dolphins, didn't they?
They lost a lot. They lost a lot.
Apparently, nobody they lost anyone cares about because they still think the Packers are very good.
I hate the love for the Packers. I hate the love for the Ravens and the Bills, even though I like watching Josh Allen play. Let me give you this one, Chris, before we hit the end of the hour.
Yep.
This is a serious one. Eleazar Alfonso. You know who that is?
I do. He made his debut yesterday for the Dodgers. Big emotional deal.
Yes, that's what I'm bringing up because he is from Venezuela. And, of course, the 2 7+ magnitude earthquakes struck the northern part of Venezuela, and his stepmother and his sister, I believe, they were looking for them ever since the earthquake happened on June 24th. Wow. So they were missing. Yesterday, he got the call that they unfortunately found their bodies, and they did die in the earthquake. Ugh. So he went out and played yesterday with that knowledge and with that on his heart and making his major league debut. So I give the guy credit for that.
Yeah, a lot of Dodger players had messages of support on their hats yesterday.
Yep.
Imagine making your major league debut, how happy you would be. Only it happens on the day you find out your mom and sister.
Oh, yeah, 16-year-old sister and stepmom,
have passed away in that earthquake.
And to think that since June 24th, that's a long time to not know where your loved ones are. And that's torturous.
I know she's in God's side now, he said. She's going to protect me. She's going to enjoy every moment that I am going to be here. That's what he said after the game.
I guess his sister told him that she had a dream about his baseball career, but didn't want to tell him. And so he said after, I'm pretty sure the dream was something about his debut. I wish she was alive to watch me play in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Chris versus the fans.
That's even a Dodger that we can definitely pour out our hearts to.
Absolutely. Chris versus the fans, 833-288-0973.
Padres.
Chris. Chris, hello. Tony Gwynn Jr.'s idol. Are there still people out there that don't like when I say he's idle? Remember that? That was a whole thing for a while.
No, we talked about it, and they like it.
Oh, they liked it?
Yeah.
Somebody said they didn't like it.
Who cares?
Okay, I don't. Skraby's over there. He doesn't care. We're at the Bill House Studios. We know how. And we're going to be giving away the tickets to the Del Mar opening day party. Stick around for that. But coming up on some Chris versus the fans here. Chance for you to qualify for the grand prize, 2-night stay at the Fontainebleau. We're back to that.
Yes, we're about to the Fontainebleau.
Yes, Las Vegas. You also get $150 food and beverage credit. The Oasis pool deck at the Fontainebleau. Las Vegas has officially opened for the season, offering a 6-acre elevated pool experience, 6 distinct pools, and it says Live Beach, but what does that mean? LIV Beach. Do you see that? I my first thought was it had something to do with the Live Golf Tour, but that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I'm looking just to make sure.
And I was going to say maybe it's Live Beach, but no, that doesn't make sense either.
It's Live Beach, LIV.
What is that?
It's a place at Fontainebleau.
Okay.
It's a day club and pool party area.
You get 6 distinct pools and Live Beach.
Yeah.
All right. Enter to win 2-night stay at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas for a $150 food and beverage credit. To book your stay, visit FontainebleauLasVegas.com now. Let's play
bungalows and cabanas.
Is that what the Live refers to?
Yeah, basically.
I'm just thinking that Live stands for something that I don't know what it is. LIV. I don't know.
I'm looking at it. It doesn't say. It says it's inspired by the French Riviera.
Okay. Well, then maybe that's it.
I don't know. But it is a day club, and the picture I'm looking at makes it look very fun. So that's what you'll be qualified for.
Suffice to say, you can go to the Fontainebleau if you beat me.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
We're watching like summer league basketball. When did this become a thing on ESPN, Chris?
When they lost out on the rights to the World Cup. They had nothing to carry.
Wow. I didn't even know they had games this early.
I don't even know what this is. The Salt Lake City Summer League.
And they're playing it in prime time on ESPN.
Like I said, they've got nothing else. I'm leaving that immediately.
Okay. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that question for free today. And Chris already said what you're going to win. So let's start with Blake. Hello, Blake. Blake. Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Blake.
Hello.
Hey. He's like, yeah, wait a minute.
My name's
Blake. Yeah, right. I think he was waiting for somebody else to pop on there.
All right.
No, it's you.
You ready to play?
Here we go. Yeah, he better
Let's
be.
go.
All right, here we go.
Better be. He's on.
First questions are going to be easy. What country does Ronaldo play for?
I'm not a soccer guy. I'm going to say Portugal.
Portugal is correct.
Hold it out.
Good
Very
job.
good.
He left the pitch in tears, and many are saying that's probably because he's never going to play in a World Cup game again. Is that your Ronaldo cry?
Yeah, it's my Ronaldo cry.
All right, here we go. Question number 2 for Blake. Let's see. Okay, so the game on Thursday night, the Padres hit 3 home runs in the first 2 innings. Name 2 of the 3 Padres to have hit those home runs.
Where was this? In Dodger Stadium?
In Dodger Stadium on Thursday. 3 guys hit a home run in the first 2 innings. Name 2 of them.
Machado and Gavin Sheets.
Gavin Sheets.
Machado and Sheets. Oh.
Stay there, Blake.
That's not nice.
I mean, You didn't get right.
There were 3 home runs in the first 2 innings. I think you're going back like 4 games ago.
Yeah, this is why it's question number 2.
Yeah, they got out to a 6-0 lead. Who helped them do that? Ty France, I think, helped them do that. I'm going to say he's one. And wasn't it Ty France? And Machado. What?
Wow, Blake, you're still alive. It was Manny Machado did. He hit the first one. Then Jackson Merrill hit the second one. And then Jay Cronenworth hit the third one. So
Okay.
a combination was
I
not
tried to
right
put
there.
all of those losses out of my mind, so I don't remember them.
I mean, they were winning at the time. That was like a great time to be a Padre fan.
They lost that game.
Yes,
all right,
they
that's
did.
good for you, though, Blake. You're still
Yes.
alive.
Here
Chance
we go.
to win it here.
Question number 3.
I thought Ty France hit the home run, but I was
He hit one. Did he hit one another day?
I don't know. Here we go.
All right. Number 3 is this. Who is the youngest player to hit a home run for the Padres? Did we already ask this?
Ever?
Yeah. I know we asked the oldest player, but I don't know if we went youngest. So who is the youngest
The
player?
youngest player
Yes.
of all time for the Padres?
Jeez.
Screw it, Mr. Padre, Tony Gwynn.
Tony
Yeah.
Gwynn. Stay there. Stay there.
Well, I'm trying to think of really, really, really young people that played for the Padres. The one that comes to mind is Khalil Green.
Oh,
Very
really?
young guy when he played here, so I'll guess him.
Wow. Fernando Tatis Jr., youngest player to ever hit a
He
home
was
run.
younger than Khalil, huh?
How old was
Matt Bush.
Matt Bush? How old was Khalil Green?
I don't know.
Let me see.
He was young when he got here.
Yeah.
But not as young as Fernando. Hang on, Blake. You've won.
Oh, yeah, that was it. That's it.
A
Wow.
rollicking edition of Chris vs. the Fans. Man,
Hang
that
on
was-
the line, Blake.
If anybody just tuned in for Chris vs. the Fans the first time, they're like, what the hell they play that game for? The host doesn't know anything.
Well, that's the part of the game.
Jeez. I came up really empty there.
Oh, he debuted at 23.
What?
Yeah.
Khalil?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Wow, I thought he was 19 or something, so that shows what I know.
I expected either a Jackson Merrill as well. Fernando debuted when he was
Well, it's I'm wrong.
20. So
yeah, no, I mean, I'm wrong.
It's
I have
okay,
no
Chris.
doubt.
It's okay to question because how many times have we had to revise our answer? So
Yeah, I didn't. I just for some reason I thought Khalil Green was a lot younger as a Padre.
I got something for the next couple minutes.
Stuck in my head.
So
Wrongly stuck in my head.
I went to Dodger Stadium on Saturday. I was very nervous about traffic. Got up there in 2 hours. Got home in like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
But
What?
your ride home, you were treated
This is what I wanted to bring
to
up.
a celebration of America.
I am not much of a fireworks guy, but as I left the stadium, all of the different fireworks displays going on were happening. People in their backyards, people in their front. So as I'm driving home, Chris, no joke, for 30 miles, there were just fireworks shows going on. 30 miles. And then I got to Disneyland when they did their finale and it was going off. It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. And I will never forget the amount of fireworks that I saw on Saturday night. That was awesome. I don't know if LA is always like that or if it was just for the 250th, but I've never been a part of something
I
so
doubt
cool.
that it's always like that because they don't have fireworks every day.
No. I mean, on July 4th, because I know that a lot of people, citizens just buy fireworks and shoot them off in their backyard. There was just such, there was a
lot
cool
of fireworks shows along the freeway route.
Yeah, it was like
for you.
Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, people in their backyard, buildings over here. It was awesome. It was
Good
great.
for you.
The result of the game wasn't great, and also I gotta say, Dodger Stadium, the people were very nice.
I have a question for you. Well, because they're whipping our butt all weekend.
I guess you're right.
How was the parking situation? Because I find that to be miserable at Dodger Stadium.
When I got there, it was early enough. I had to go all the way around the stadium so I can understand. The parking on the way out was a little bit difficult because people were leaving, but for the most part, parking was okay. I did see a shuttle driver run over a handicap sign when they were trying to bring people to the stadium. This dude just out of nowhere just hits a handicap sign and goes, bam! And everybody turns around. He gets out of the car. You know what he did? Just put it right back up while it's bent.
Bent it, but put it right back into play, huh?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
let's take a break. When we come back, I don't know. We got the big five at the bottom of the hour. Did you put in there the story about the college basketball player?
I did not. No.
You know, this one at least wasn't gambling.
Yeah.
But wait till you hear what, and I think a lot of you have heard of this player. He played at Arizona and was quite well known. Finished up his career at Cincinnati. He was involved in something really, really, it's a good word.
I don't think I saw the story.
You didn't even see the story.
No, I guess I missed this. I thought I knew what you're talking about, but I don't think I know it.
Yeah, no, this was criminal behavior, very criminal. We'll explain who and what, along with everything else, on Gwynn and Chris. By the way, all the people who thought, the World Cup was going to be a complete, utter failure here because they were, gouging prices. Congratulations to all of you that have paid the prices, because I haven't seen an empty seat in a stadium yet. And I know there's none in Seattle right now. As the United States gets set to take on Belgium, they'll start in about 45 minutes. Gwynn and Chris here on 97.3 The Fan. Earlier today, for the World Cup followers out there, Spain 1, Portugal nothing. That's a final. They got the goal in the 91st minute. So Spain will be awaiting on Friday in Los Angeles the winner of the USA-Belgium match.
And how do you feel about that, Chris? No goals until overtime.
Yeah, that's what I expect. That's what I expect. What shocks me is when you have a great one like, England and Mexico last night, and they're popping goals in every 10 minutes. That was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was fun.
I kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But I know our Mexico fans did not enjoy the result as England was able to move on. There was a player at the University of Arizona. His name, you're going to remember this, I think. His parents, this player's parents, also attended the University of Arizona. And their favorite player back in the day was Steve Kerr. How do we know this? Because
what back in the day?
This player that I'm about to talk about,
okay,
his parents were at University of Arizona, and they were Steve Kerr fans. So much so that they named their son Kerr.
Got it.
And his last name was Krisa, K-R-I-I-S-A. Kerr Krisa grew up to play at Arizona. He was a very popular player, obviously, with that name. They loved him. They were devoted to him. But Kerr Krisa was not returning the favor. Kerr Krisa, and you're going to find out that this makes perfect sense when we tell you more. This guy ended up transferring 5 different times in 6 seasons. Took every advantage of every dollar he could get out of the system. So he played at Kentucky, Arizona, West Virginia, and finally Cincinnati. Finished up with Cincinnati last season, 6 points, 3 assists per game, separated shoulder in February, missed the rest of the season. According, though, to the Department of Justice, Kerr Krisa allegedly ran a 4-year scheme that involved convincing victim after victim after victim to send him money by saying that his mother had cancer and needed treatment. All kinds of different, those kinds of stories. And he would call people. Told one victim he needed money to save the family's farm. Another scheme, he acted apparently as a woman named Irene to sign fraudulent promise to repay paper. Anyway, this guy frauded people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the government is now seeking a forfeiture of any proceeds. It's a $2.2 million suit against Krisa.
That's crazy.
$2.2 million over 4 years that this guy allegedly stole from people by lying to them.
I don't know how people go to sleep knowing that they're doing this to people. I really don't. It would eat me alive knowing that
Where does somebody, I mean, he's just out of college, right? I mean, where do you even come up with all of this stuff?
You can,
I mean, I guess.
You will be surprised at how many people sit around and think about illegal things to do to make themselves money.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh man, I forgot where
I was almost happy to see that because I clicked on the story going, oh no, not another gambling guy.
Yeah.
So in that case, I was like, oh, good. But, it's still pretty. I remember the guy. Do you remember him at all? Kerr?
I've heard the
Yeah,
the
I think everybody kind of, when he was at Arizona, I remember seeing him play quite a bit. It looks like he's on his way to spending some quality time in the Hoosgow.
Speaking of scams, there's a guy who worked for ESPN, I believe, named Matt Miller, and he was kind of like a fantasy type of guy, fantasy sports type of guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, he has been starting these like charity leagues, fantasy football charity leagues, and just never paying out the winner.
No.
And so people have been complaining about this, but this guy unfortunately got into a massive car accident like 2 weeks ago, lost his arm in the car accident.
And now he can't write the checks.
Put up a GoFundMe for his hospital bills. And then people were like, no, this dude has been scamming thousands of people for a long time.
So he was scamming people of money, and now he's begging people for money.
Yes.
Wow.
So now there's an investigation, and everything's being looked into. But many people have come out and said that he owes them money, and he just kind of disappeared after he owed them that money.
Do you know that it is stories like that guy, and many like that, right? People that are scamming.
Yeah.
Scamming,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Just making a life out of basically bilking people out of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's so many of them. Do you know that because of them, there's probably hundreds of homeless people that really could use a few bucks that I've driven right past my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know who to give the money to and who doesn't need it. And so I don't. I don't know if that's good or bad or what it is. I don't.
It's the world we live in, because I've seen videos of people who stand on the street corner, you give them money, and then they go get into an expensive car or something like that.
Yes, they stand there for 2 hours, collect, several $100 and then move on with their day.
Which is just garbage.
Right.
Because
there's
there
so
are
many people who could
actually
use the
need it.
$5-10 or whatever, and I want to give it to them. But I won't.
That makes me angry. That makes me angry. This Matt Miller, just to add to it, he had served as commissioner of 91 leagues just in the 2025 season, and a lot of those people are saying that he owes them money.
Now, can they file suit against him, or is it buyer beware?
I'm not sure. The Missouri Attorney General is opening the investigation, so maybe once they find proof of wrongdoing, they can do some sort of damages, but I'm not sure. That's as far as my legal knowledge goes, Chris.
Yeah,
man, that.
But thanks to that, I won't be signing up for any of those leagues either.
I don't think you would to begin with.
I know, but you have to be so. I mean, look, here's the thing: if somebody out there asks for your credit card information, even if you feel it's the most up and up thing ever, just don't give it. Just wait till the next thing comes around. You don't need to ever give that out.
I think I've said this before,
right?
But yes.
Am I right
don't.
though?
No,
you just
do
can't.
not give it out. They will not ask for your credit card information.
In a legit thing,
Yes.
they won't ask. But if it's not, so just know that, at least protect yourself as far as that goes.
Yeah, you have to protect yourself. My cousin's girlfriend, like 10 years ago, got a call saying that she won a free cruise, and she just needed to put a deposit down, Chris, of $1,500. But she got that free cruise.
Yeah.
Gives them the credit card number. They take the $1,500
and more,
and it was gone.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand. We're like, they just randomly called you and said you won a free cruise, and you gave them your credit card number? You also have to be a little smart too and realize that's not a great
unfortunately,
situation.
they would not even try this stuff if there weren't enough people out there that fall for it.
Yeah, and
right? They'd stop trying.
Yeah, I'm not blaming the victim, but at a certain point, like, just don't give out your sensitive information. It's very there's many things that people can do with your social security number, your bank accounts, everything. I feel like that was a PSA, Chris.
We're doing what we can.
Yes. You ready for some Big Five on the other side?
Yeah. I'm trying to see if this is worth mentioning here, but I don't have time to figure it out. No,
okay.
I can't get the info quick enough.
Okay. Maybe on the other side?
Maybe if it's worth it.
Okay, Big Five as well.
That we know we'll have.
All right.
Got to turn it up.
Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers' great shortstop, Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second #1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero. Never met a pitch he couldn't swing at. And powerhouse hitter for the Expos and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, oh, yeah, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is obviously Mike Trout. And this is the San Diego Padres locker room here in Cooperstown. Obviously, a couple of jerseys there and hats, gloves, all-star stuff. I think the most interesting thing in this entire display, though, especially this weekend, is a picture in the top corner of Angus Young. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, wearing a Trevor Hoffman uniform, obviously playing Hell's Bells. I know that Trevor went to many AC/DC concerts and was honored by sitting in the front row to watch AC/DC play Hell's Bells in his honor. But there's a picture of Angus Young playing Hell's Bells for Trevor Hoffman, wearing the 51 jersey right there. Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers' great shortstop, Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second number 1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero never met a pitch he couldn't swing at, and powerhouse hitter for the Expos. All right, welcome back to the show. 4:34. About an hour from now, Sam Levitt will take over for the Padre pregame show. And then 2 hours from now, Padres will take on the Diamondbacks. Red Hot Padres have won 1 straight.
That made me laugh. Red Hot Padres.
Red Hot. We're rolling, baby.
Oh, man.
We got a 1 straight winning streak. Walker Buehler on the mound, taking on the D-backs. Teams are tied for second place in the NL West. Is that even is that even worth mentioning anymore?
Unless it gets you a wild card spot, it's not.
Right. The Dodgers are how far ahead now? 15 or something?
They are on another level right now.
It is really ridiculous to even think that when we beat the Dodgers that one Monday night, that we went ahead of them by a game.
Yeah. That is very true.
Yeah, that is long, long galaxy far away.
Could this
14-game lead. That's right. Padres won yesterday. So 14-game lead. Padres are also 4 out in the wild card, tied with the Diamondbacks. And, at least for the time being, we have to root against the Phillies, the Marlins, the Nationals, the Cubs, the Cardinals, the Pirates, and the Diamondbacks. We just got to root against all those. And then if the Padres win, everything's good.
At the very least,
what?
They can take care of a team that's going to be chasing them all year. At the very least, if they win some games, it's going to benefit them in the long run.
What do you mean? The Diamondbacks?
Yeah, the Diamondbacks.
Well, I don't care who they're playing. They could be playing.
Well, they're playing a division opponent, and they're the same exact record.
Right, but they could be playing Madison High. They got to win games now in order for AJ to make a trade later.
That's yeah.
Because if they don't, that's not going to matter.
You're right.
I hate to tell you.
No, you're right.
When you show me something's funny, and it is funny, I have to tell people that was funny.
Okay.
Somebody put a meme up. Now picture this: when you're dressed before every soccer match in the World Cup you've been watching, they always show a shot of the room where the VAR officials are, the video assist replay officials. And the funny thing is the officials never look at the camera.
No.
They stare straight ahead and they look at their monitors and it says, here's the VAR refs for this game.
Yeah.
And somebody put a meme up for tonight's game, and sitting there staring into the monitor is President Trump. I just think that's really hilarious. Funny. It's just funny how they did it, right?
It is really funny because, it looks like it was a pretty good photoshopping job, but he's got the little microphone on his ear so he can talk to everyone.
He's locked in. Yeah.
He's
totally locked in. He's calling the VAR. He's calling the shots tonight.
Yeah, that's funny.
And, of course, many naysayers out there would say he's called the shots before the match in order to
We'll never know, Chris.
We'll never know.
Do you?
I know what we're all thinking, though.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to make another Big Five question because I got a new one.
All right, but Flo is in the lineup. USA, Belgium, about 20 minutes away. Big Five until then.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. We're broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios where we know how. Let's get right into it because we have
number 5.
A little bit of an interesting nugget that Dennis Lynn presented to Ben and Woods this morning when Dennis Lynn was on their show, and they were talking about Nick Pivetta. And they were talking about when he's going to return, all of that good stuff. But Dennis Lynn let us in on something in his contract that I don't think many people knew about. So here he is with Bennett Woods.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about Nick Pivetta. I mean, there were concerns about his arm going into spring training, so it's not like this just totally stuck up on them. I mean, he's got a clause in his contract about elbow injuries and whether his team option is going to be a team option or a player option. Excuse me, actually, it's a player option for right now. Whether that turns to a team option based on elbow injuries. So that just tells you they knew going into the season that this was going to probably be an issue, not only for him, but for other guys. And they chose to roll the dice with a bunch of reclamation projects. And right now it's not working out. It's probably been the worst case scenario for the rotation. So yeah, they're looking to do something on the trade market. We'll just see if they're still in position to justify that in a few weeks.
So that's interesting. And a clause in his contract saying that a player option can turn to a team option if there's elbow injuries, blah, 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 blah. So my question for you, Chris, is knowing that this may have been a possibility, is this roster malpractice?
In terms of what? By keeping Pivetta on the roster?
No. Like
just not signing enough good people just in case?
It. Yeah, just not planning that he's going to be out. And not that I know that they didn't plan, but
I don't know. They signed as many starting pitchers as I think you can sign.
Reclamation projects.
According to Dennis Lynn, reclamation progress. He's not wrong.
No.
He's not wrong.
No.
I mean, they didn't sign any really superstars there. But, pitching is a risky business in general. You don't know which guy that you sign is going to stay healthy and win 15 games.
Yeah.
And which guy is going to get hurt in the second week and not pitch all year. You just don't know anymore. So you have to go out, spend money to bring guys in. And I know reclamation projects are easier to make fun of when they don't work out. But it seems to me that there's just as many Walker Buehlers who have success as they are, give me a guy, right? That signed a big contract somewhere and hasn't delivered at all. That happens often too.
I'm trying. Why am I blanking on everything right now?
How about Freddie Peralta?
Okay, there you go.
Freddie Peralta, millions and millions and millions for the Mets. Walker Buehler, thousands and thousands and thousands. I would take Walker Buehler over Peralta's performance easily. So you don't know. Pitching is really tough.
It is.
So I'm going to say no roster malpractice. You can surmise that injuries might happen a little bit more than another, but you can't plan for as many as they've had.
That is true. And they've lost them all at a bad time. And the same goes with Joe Musgrove. They counted him in the beginning of the year. It's not roster malpractice, but
no, I didn't everybody count Musgrove in?
Yeah, everybody did. I mean, it was told to us that he was a part of the rotation, and obviously things aren't going well. But anyway,
I'll make everybody feel better though. CJ Abrams just hit another home run,
3-run shot to tie up the game at 6-6 in the bottom of the third.
The Nationals score a lot and give up a lot. So,
Nate is suggesting Framber Valdez is the guy we could say as well as an example.
As a failure, not to the level of Peralta, but yeah, he's paid a lot of money for him.
All right.
Number 4.
We wanted to talk about this. Miami Marlins manager Clayton McCullough was well aware that Yuri Perez was only 6 outs away.
He said, quote, well aware too. Yeah. Like, I knew what was happening. Did you really? Did you really?
He knew he was 6 outs away from pitching the first perfect game in franchise history. Perez was removed after retiring all 21 batters. The manager after the game said, I totally get it. There was a part of my heartstrings pulling at his opportunity to keep on going, but I have to think about Yuri and our organization, our team, and what's best moving forward to give us the chance to continue winning games. Now, this is his third start back from the IL when he went on with a hamstring injury. He had thrown 92 pitches through those 7 innings. And so the manager finally said, going into this game, 90-plus was the pitch count, but us looking to play beyond the regular season, he's an important part of that. And then he added, he had it really going today. Thanks, Clayton McCullough. I'm up first. Would you have taken him out? I'm going to defer to Chris first, and I'll answer after, because my answer is pretty straightforward. But what do you think, Chris? Should they have taken him out?
In this day and age, yes. In this wussy day and age, yes. That's the way I really want to say it. Because in any other day and age, it wouldn't even have been a question. Go pitch, man. There's only been like 20 perfect games in the history of the sport. 21 or 2. I mean, very few. It's like a no-hitter isn't even a thing anymore, but a perfect game, there's been 24. So 24 of 130 years of baseball. So,
when's the next time he's going to get to
he's never going to get here
again with a perfect game?
He'll never get here again. But I get it, because if you factor in, if you're going to let him go, then you had to let him go all the way.
Yeah.
And that's 6 more outs, 2 more innings,
92
at least 25, 30 more pitches minimum. So he would have had to, the manager would have had to commit to 125 pitches had he left him
Which they're clearly not going to do, because he had a 90
right.
pitch count.
Yeah. So so you know what, like I say, in this wussy day and age, he did the right thing, but I hate it. Don't you?
I hate it as well, but you're right. He made the right choice, and sometimes you have to protect the pitcher from himself. 10 years ago, though, I don't think we see anyone coming out with a perfect
That's
game.
what I mean.
Yeah.
No, and you know what? Not only would they have kept Nolan Ryan in to finish the perfect game,
they would have started him.
He would have started 3 days later. Yeah. So go take that.
If I'm Yuri Perez, I don't know how much he fought back, but I would fight for my right to go back out there and pitch.
The quotes from him after the game were quite supportive of his manager.
Yeah. Well,
but you know what? I hate to say it, this is what we teach now. We teach 6 innings and look over your shoulder for help. We teach 7 innings, 90 pitches, I'm out. That's what these guys grow up with now.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 3.
I would say, I laugh. Bob Gibson would punch McCullough in the face, and a laid out on the ground McCullough wouldn't even know if Gibson finished the perfect game, because he'd be out there going while the manager was just laid out.
You know,
was it not a better world in those days or not?
Well,
I don't know.
Everybody always says, well, if Babe Ruth was around.
Yeah.
They're not that good of athletes compared to the athletes of today.
Yeah, but Bob Gibson was a different animal altogether. Okay. And this has nothing to do with his athleticism. It has everything to do with his competitive fire.
Yeah, okay.
And his manager would not have survived trying to pull him from the game.
All right, let's go to the next one. Trade rumors are starting to really pick up some steam with the deadline less than a month to go. Byron Buxton of the Twins is one of those names floating around, even though he said he wants to stay with the Twins. And the Twins say they are not looking to trade him, but we know that can change. Now, he is dealing with a hip issue. This is why I'm bringing it up. He's incredibly good when he's healthy, but health has been an issue. He's missed 344 games between 2021 and 2025. And obviously, that's a lot of games. Chris, would his health issues scare you away if you were going to trade for him?
Well, that would be the first thing. Yeah. The second thing would be I'd have to sit him in my office and say, how you feel about playing left field or whatever. He's never played anywhere but center field in his life.
That's true.
I think we have a guy in center field. Now, Buxton might be better than the guy we have in center field. I don't know. Buxton's won a Gold Glove.
Put him in left.
But look, it's enticing to add somebody who has 25 home runs and who hit 35 last year. And I hate to, plan for an injury, but that's a lot of games, man.
That's
I don't
a lot
like
of
that.
games.
Yeah, I don't like it.
340. That's almost 2 full seasons missed games.
Be a big risk to bring him here, and you'd cost you almost everything you have. So
yeah,
I think we can forget about that being happening.
I would not. Yeah,
Jackson Merrill's not going to go to left field, and neither's Buxton. So I don't see it.
Yeah, he and Byron Buxton deals with this hip issue all the time. So it's going to be a problem. I'm with you, Chris. Do not trade for Byron Buxton, even though it would be nice to have him on the team.
Sure. We could use the 35 home runs.
Number 2.
If we could hit them here.
So let's go back to FIFA and the World Cup. Let's get into this a little bit more. Now, Gianni Infantino is the FIFA president. He's the guy who's behind all of this.
Gianni
Infantino.
Yeah. He's the guy that is he the guy that sits there in the middle with the bald guy, and just looks like he is the he looks like the cat who ate the canary. You know what I mean? He looks like the guy
I don't know what you mean.
You know what it is?
I
you
don't know what that
refers
phrase
to?
means.
Well, the cat eating the canary is like he's done something that only he knows he's done.
Oh,
You know what I mean? He's looking around, and people are looking at him, and he's like
shifty a little bit.
Right. You guys are fools. I've already stolen all your money. You know, that's what he looks like to me.
All right. So long story short, he put out a statement saying that he's seen all of the public comments about reinstating flow to the game. He says, quote, FIFA's judicial bodies are independent. They operate autonomously, apply the FIFA disciplinary code, and decide cases based on the applicable regulations and the specific facts before them, blah, 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 blah. Apparently, they were already talking about overturning this when President Trump did give him a call to ask him to review it. Now, Infantino is saying that Trump had no factoring into this.
Right.
I'm up first. Do you think the phone call from Trump was the reason that Flo is playing?
You go first. I don't
as crazy as a story this is, and as much as I kind of want it to be true, I do not think that President Trump's call was the sole thing that got Flo playing again. Now, do I think he told Infantino it would be really nice if you got our player to play again? I think he did, but I everything that I read is that these are independent bodies, and so they can make decisions and have made decisions that people disagree with. So I don't think in the end that President Trump is the one who got Flo back on the field. I think there's some outside forces working, but he's not the sole reason. Chris?
First of all, can you hand me that 10-foot pole over there? Since I don't want to touch this.
Oh, you don't?
No. But I will. I don't really think it matters. We actually discussed this earlier, and I'm going to stay with what I said earlier. I really don't think it matters what truly happened, whether Trump had influence or not, whether the scales of justice were already in motion before anything ever happened, like they were really, truly looking at overturning this.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever know, but I also think that most of us will feel like shenanigans happened.
Of course.
So so that's why in a lot of ways it's almost a waste of my time to guess what did happen, because it doesn't matter. Most of us think that based on the people involved, the head of FIFA is corrupt.
Well, FIFA as an organization has been corrupt long before Trump became president.
Right. This isn't even on
no, this isn't a Trump thing. This is a FIFA thing. And
FIFA
Infantino
is corrupt.
And people are like looking at the relationship, and they're like, you guys are too close for this just to be a random coincidence that Flo's going to be back in the game. Again, I don't think anything. You're right, though. You don't really have to.
You don't really have to know, because we all think that shenanigans happened here.
The biggest problem
and the
with
rest
this,
of the countries in the tournament hate us now because they think we got preferential treatment.
That's fine.
We can't change what they think.
No. Yeah. All right. We've talked about it. I guess the one thing I would say is the reason that people are so curious about this is because FIFA does this corruptness stuff all the time. The corruption has been long and storied and documented, so nothing that comes out of FIFA is ever going to be taken as truth.
Number one.
All right. So, Chris, I saw this.
It's one last thing. It's just comical for me, for us to try to believe that the president of FIFA, what's his name?
Gianni Infantino,
who's one of the most powerful sports human beings on the planet, considering the way FIFA owns and dominates and runs roughshod over countries and asks for stuff and demands stuff and takes the names off stadiums and does whatever they do. So this guy's that powerful.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any knowledge of who it was out there independently that, without him knowing or intervening, made this decision. Like, that's just, I don't believe, you don't believe it. Nobody believes that.
I don't believe that he is ever a part of the decision from what I've been reading.
Yeah, but I don't believe that any more than I believe Jim Tressel or any other college football coach who tells me they had no idea, before the NIL, that my player was accepting money. I just had no clue. I never believe them.
That's a good comparison.
Because they're too powerful. They know.
They do know. They do know.
End of story.
End of story. All right, I saw this on the internet the other day, and it was a person who was at a restaurant, and they were at kind of a pricey restaurant, but on the bottom of their menu, it said this, Chris, quote, "Due to rising costs, we will add 5% to your bill to offset those costs. You may request to have this removed from your final total," end quote. The person decided to keep it because they were stuck in a moral dilemma. The reason that this has been added is because the waiters and waitresses are not being paid as much minimum wage. And so this is the way to pay the waiters and waitresses. Would you, Chris, request it to be removed or pay it to help with the employee?
Well, first of all, if I was told you it was going to be removed, I wouldn't admit it on the radio. That I was such a schmuck.
I would remove it.
No, I don't. I always pay whatever I can to the wait staff. I know that this is how these people make their living.
Yeah, this is more on the restaurant.
This is an easy one for me.
This is more on the restaurant. Would I pay it? Yeah, because I don't want someone to do their job and then not get the money that they think they deserve. But it is annoying that you have to ask for it. That does make you look like kind of a bad person when you're like, "Hey, can you take this 5% off my bill?"
The restaurant. Oh, you mean I didn't even know you had the choice to take it off.
Well,
I've never seen that
this
before.
This restaurant said that on the bottom.
I've never seen that before.
So it was like a moral dilemma. Do I stick it to the restaurant or do I help the employee?
Help the employee.
I kind of agree. All right, that's it for the Big Five.
We're going to hear from Manny.
Yes.
And others when we come back.
Is your
fan. Crisello, Matt Skraby together today in the Bill House Studios. We know how. Tony Gwynn Jr. is off today. Padres are not off. They got the first of their final 7 before the All-Star break. At home, Arizona Diamondbacks. Both teams have the identical records, 44 wins, 45 losses. For the Padres, the all bad things must come to an end, which means after a victory yesterday, the bad thing that was that 8-game losing streak did end. We'll find out if the stench carries over at all starting tonight against the Diamondbacks.
I don't even know.
We don't know. You'd like to believe it's all behind you, but how, that thing hopefully feels like it's going to follow us for a while. But look, at the very minimum, Scrabe, you got to go 4-3 this week. I don't care how or where you get to it. You got to go to the All-Star break at 500. You can't be 2 games under.
Yeah.
Can't be 4 games under, because I really believe if you are, that may be it. Like, you may not see any moves made before the trade deadline. And we all know that a move needs to be made.
Yes. Agree.
Right. USA and Belgium underway. And in the opening minute, it looked like the U.S. goalie just made a save of a lifetime there.
It does look like that.
We're going to get a better angle here. I want to see if it was going in.
From way out.
Yeah. Diving to the upper left corner. He knocked it away. So they're scoreless. Opening minute, great save by the goalie for the U.S. But, I don't understand. One quick thing on this. Everybody said that we're supposed to win and we're favored, and this is, kind of a right on into the next round and all that. And I'm looking at the world rankings right now in front of me here. U.S. is 17 in the world. Belgium's 9. So how are we favored, decisively over these guys?
I'm not sure.
Right? What am I missing here?
Home field advantage?
Is that worth that much?
It probably is worth something.
Belgium is way up there.
That is a massive stadium, and it is filled to the brim.
Yeah, and the goalie just made another save on a header. So Belgium's already got 2 shots on goal, which is more than I think Bosnia and Herzegovina got the whole match.
Yeah, I don't like this.
The other night.
Too much pressure in the first 2 minutes
of the match. Getting a little nervous. All right, they're underway up there. We'll keep you up to date on the goings-on in the big World Cup match. Earlier today, Spain beat Portugal 1-0. So Spain awaits in the quarterfinals if you get there. Padres with the win. Manny Machado with the quote. Yes. What did he learn about his team during this losing streak? I'm curious to hear this answer.
How do you think you guys handled that 8-game losing streak? What did you learn about this clubhouse?
Just dealing with adversity. I think we've there was some positives. Obviously, there was no no W's, but we hit the ball well. We had some big hits, threw the ball well, and we got outscored, right? And unfortunately, that's not what we wanted. But when you deal with bad times, you learn how to get out of it. And this team has been dealing with that for a little bit now, and I think that's going to make us stronger towards the end of the year. And we just gotta keep trusting each other like we have been, and keep pulling on the same rope, and eventually things will get going, and and we'll be on the opposite side of it.
How do you think Craig and the coaching staff went through? What kind of help were they involved?
I think the biggest part for this organization, for this team, is sticking together through the bad and through the good. It doesn't matter. Baseball's a lot of ups and downs. It's a roller coaster, and you can't really get too high with the highs, and you can't get too low with the lows. You kind of got to just stay with it and keep trusting the process, keep trusting the work. They're putting out the work out there for us. We're working every single day. They're staying positive with us. They're in the battle with us as much as anybody. So I think we're all pulling on the same rope, and I think that's the biggest thing, is that we all trust each other. We all know that we could play better, and we can be better, and we got to continue pulling that same rope.
Manny Machado is really good at all that stuff. And that, That's why he's the leader, really, of this team. I know people, yeah, he is the leader. He's the guy that speaks for this team. He's got the pulse, but he didn't really say anything there.
No,
honestly, he didn't really give us any. He didn't really give us any insight. Fact of the matter is, they played bad. Hopefully, they'll play better. And yeah, they are definitely trying. Looking out for each other, and that's a good thing. I do want to say one thing about Stammen. Because earlier I was critical of the way he managed. I didn't care for pulling King the other night.
Yeah,
I know King didn't care for it, but that's neither here nor there. I guess King could have pulled a Devers and waved him back. I don't think that would have gone over.
Well, did you see the? I know I'm taking.
No, that's fine.
The Emmett Sheehan thing yesterday, that was really strange. Where Mark Pryor came out to the mound to visit with him.
Yeah, and Dave Roberts said, while you're out there, take him out of the game.
Yeah, and that was strange. Anyway.
Yeah, Pryor wasn't sure what he should be doing. I think Dave Roberts did yell. I think he just said,
he did.
Get him out.
He said he changed his mind as he was walking out there.
Yeah,
So
just
he
go
said,
ahead and take him out. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, while you're out there. Plus, it was going to save a mound trip.
It was
understand that you only get so many mound visits.
That's true.
So Pryor to come back in, and then Roberts goes back out. So yeah, I did see that.
But Michael King, you didn't agree with that.
I didn't agree with that move. Michael King didn't agree with that move. But you made it. You live with it. You move on. And one thing I've been really, I gotta say, Stammen has done a good job. You don't like to hear this. That's fine, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. Stammen's done a good job of relaying the right, at least in my mind, relaying the right message to the media and to the fans and to the people during this streak. It doesn't matter because what he says to us is not what he's saying to the team.
Yeah.
And that's all that really matters in there. But, after all of these losses, Wednesday in Chicago.
Yeah.
What's he going to even say? Thursday was even worse. What's he going to say now? Friday, they blow another game. God, what can he say at this point? Saturday, they get shut out, and it's 8 in a row.
Just
What's
a regular
left?
Loss.
Yeah, but it was still another one.
It was.
And I feel like Stammen's done a really good job. And it's easy. It's easy to manage and meet with the media and talk about the team when it's going well. It's not easy when it's going like that.
Yeah.
I know we get the old people, they don't care. Yeah, this is so much malarkey. I hear this way too often.
Their body language is bad.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
Which, when you lose 8 games straight,
I don't think your body language can possibly be good.
Because you know what we would be doing if they were having fun and celebrating? We would be like, why are they celebrating? They've lost 8 in a row.
Yeah. Because the thing is, to me, if you're Stammen and you go out and say, hey, we're playing well, it's going to start going our way, then you're gaslighting us because we know it's not true. But if you say, well, yeah, we give up, I mean, we can't hear that either.
No.
So I think Stammen has struck the right chord. It's not easy to find it. The happy medium, we're getting tested. I mean, that was the one thing that stood out that I liked. He said, this is our test, and we got to see how we're going to pass it. We got to show up today and play again. I've liked his comments, and they're not easy to make when the team's going like this.
No, I've heard him say some stuff too. I think he's very good at dealing with the players because he was a player and he wasn't like a superstar. I do think that he needs to learn a little bit better bullpen management. I feel like sometimes he leaves guys in too long or he takes them out too early. But those are all things that we knew was going to happen throughout the year.
Yeah, I hate to tell you this, Skraby.
You can
That's
tell me.
Easiest goal I've ever seen for Belgium. 8 minutes in, and they deserved it. Number one. Number two, we look bad in the early going. In my unofficial opinion.
Does not look good.
In my unofficial opinion, like the first 8.5 minutes, it has been all Belgium. They could have scored more than that one.
So it's a strategy, Chris.
We're making them feel like we're getting their hopes up.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you going to say about Craig Stammen?
Yeah, well, this kind of paused it now. I mean, I'm definitely concerned after watching the first 9 minutes. It's been all Belgium, and they just scored.
Good thing they have about 81 plus minutes to go.
Yeah, well, they keep playing like they're playing now. They're going to lose 7-0.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, just to finish up on Stammen, and you said, he's young and he's making pitching, pulling guys who are. I hate to tell you this, but veteran managers pull guys out at the wrong time too. We tend to only look at the young guys and go, well, he's learning. But every manager has taken a pitcher out too soon, and every manager has kept them in too long.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. I don't have any,
and we don't even know what's right until the results are out there, right?
Yeah, I don't have a rebuttal.
You don't know.
I don't have a rebuttal to that.
I mean, we can say what we want. I can say what I want about taking King out Thursday or Friday night, but Jay Cronenworth will pull me aside and say, dude, it doesn't matter. If I make the play on the double play, we're not talking about any of this.
That's a good point.
So, and Jake would be right. That was the easiest double play I've ever seen. We got no outs. Here's what I would second guess if I was the Padres. After the play is missed on the double play there, is that not the time maybe for Niebla to walk out and just have a quick talk with Morejon and make sure he resets?
No, I think that's a good call.
He didn't.
Yeah.
And before you knew it, the first pitch had been launched into the bleachers.
Yes.
That's something I could second guess. Maybe that would have been a good time to say, hey, bad break. Let's pick us up, give up a run here and let's get out of here. But anyway, it's all
one thing I noticed about Manny.
Proverbial bridge now.
He said that the baseball season's a roller coaster, but I seem to remember Mike Schilt telling us that we're not allowed to call it a roller coaster.
Just to back up what I said about the USA-Belgium match to this point, shots 6-0 Belgium. Shots on goal 3-0 Belgium. Shots into the goal 1-0 Belgium. Somebody ought to tell the U.S. the match is underway here because we don't look like we were aware of that yet.
Get started, U.S.
Just saying. Take a break here. Sammy's coming up with a pregame show in about 20 minutes. Skraby and I got more happy hour duties to take care of, including right now giving you a chance to win the opening day party at Del Mar. Going to get a couple of tickets. You call in 833-288-0973. First person with the correct answer will get the tickets to the opening day extravaganza. It's Friday, July 17th. You get the admission. You get access to the party. You get world-class DJs, craft beers, cocktail bars, photo booths, and private wagering. Tickets for everybody else at dmtc.com. Got to be 21. And you're going to have to get this question right, 833-288-0973. What team knocked the U.S. out of the last World Cup?
Oh, we're not doing
no, this is only Del Mar tickets. I only do
those are still important.
Not doing it.
Okay, for the Padres, I can make that. That's fine. We can do it. Padres only gets the incredibly hard game.
Padre gets the math game. This is just tell me who knocked the U.S. out of the World Cup the last time we got knocked out. I hate to tell you the answer to this question tomorrow might be Belgium, the way this match is going.
You're making me worried now.
Sorry, I'm just reporting. The field is completely tilted right now, Skraby. I mean, they're right down here again, like knocking on the door.
Hey, they're having a picnic down here.
Yeah, they're doing pretty much whatever they want.
Come on, what is the coach's name? Potticino?
Are you allowed to call a timeout? Like, if you could, I would.
I don't know.
It's going to be 2-0 here in a second if they're not careful.
I don't think you can call a timeout.
I'm
not sure, though.
Well,
I don't think so.
Somebody call the FIFA commissioner, see if we can put a rule in.
Infantino.
Yeah, call him. More Gwynn and Chris coming up. Good luck on the trivia question.
The Braden.
That was an exciting play all the way around, man. He ripped that thing into the gap, and a great effort. Almost hauled it in on the dive, and would have been a beautiful play to save extra bases.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Man on second, 2 down. And a swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand this.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. In the air out to center. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So now back to the top of the order.
Those plays are challenging for outfielders because of the chase to the ball. You know you have to do everything perfect just to track it down. Sometimes even that's not enough to make the catch.
Tatis in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. In to score from first. Back to second safely. Nearly got caught in between there.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Tatis leads off second with nobody out. And that one is lifted in the air. Dunn on his way over. He's got it. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
France, the next to hit, takes ball one. Runner on at third, one gone. The 1-1. In the air, right field. Benson gets under it and makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. The relay throw. Safe. And they add to their lead as the run scores from third. And now Terry Francona makes. New pitcher for the Reds, T.J. Antone. He's into the game with the bases empty. Machado now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper. Antone, 32 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2014.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
2 down, nobody on. And now it's 3-2. Out to center. And that's the 3rd out. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Padres 6 and the Reds nothing.
That was an exciting play all the way around, man. He ripped that thing into the gap, and a great effort. Almost hauled it in on the dive, and would have been a beautiful play to save extra bases.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Man on second, 2 down. And a swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand this.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. In the air out to center. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So now back to the top of the order.
Those plays are challenging for outfielders because of the chase to the ball. You know you have to do everything perfect just to track it down. Sometimes even that's not enough to make the catch.
Tatis in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. In to score from first. Back to second safely. Nearly got caught in between there.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Tatis leads off second with nobody out. And that one is lifted in the air. Dunn on his way over. He's got it. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
France, the next to hit, takes ball one. Runner on at third, one gone. The 1-1. In the air, right field. Benson gets under it and makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. The relay throw. Safe. And they add to their lead as the run.
Greatest soccer country in the world, and maybe it'll all happen, but based on the first 20 minutes of this match, Skraby, I haven't even seen the U.S. in possession of the ball on the Belgian side of the field. I really haven't.
Have you been watching every minute?
I mean, I've seen Belgium with the ball in our box, passing it back and forth and, centering it and kicking it. And I see us almost powerless to stop them. Anyway, the good news is only down 1-0 after 20 minutes. But like I said, I'm not a big soccer. Maybe I'm wrong. But do you see what I'm seeing or
I
not?
did see someone on the chat saying that Elo freaking out 15 minutes into a soccer game checks out.
Well, okay. Then you've watched a lot more soccer than I have out there, but
I mean,
there's this complete domination at the moment. Is it not?
There is like 68 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, but
plus stoppage times.
But if you don't get the ball over the center field with possession, you're unlikely to score.
I actually just earlier they said that they put up the time of possession. U.S. has more time of possession.
Okay,
I don't know if it still does.
You're feeling good.
Look, they're on the other side.
They are.
They're on Belgian side.
They're 100 yards from the goal. Padres and Diamondbacks. Let's go to something I know more about. They get started at 5:40. Manny Machado. Heard from him earlier about what he learned about his team during the 8-game losing streak. Let's hear more from Manny prior to tonight's game.
This one I don't think is as stock answer, but they asked him about do they have the right pieces to go on a run?
I mean, listen, we're missing people, right? At the end of the day, we got our horses on that are not on the mound performing for us, so we're down, and we're down some pieces. So, I mean, we got to do what we got to do with what we have in this ball club, and that's all we can control, and go out there and play our best baseball that we can. That's what I'm saying. I think we got to finish off this homestand with a high note and play some good baseball to finish off this first half, and then start worrying about the second half after the break. But we know that these guys are going to come back, and they're going to be a big part of our organization. They're going to be a big part of the last second half of the season. So for the meantime, we just got to keep playing baseball.
All those things that you just mentioned on the adversity and the injuries, do you still expect your GM to be aggressive, or do you think it's based on how you guys really perform in the next couple of weeks?
Listen, I mean, I can't answer for him, right? At the end of the day, I know him as a person. I know what he wants for this organization. I know that he's always going to put this organization first to go out there and win a ball game and try to bring a championship to the city. So, it's up to him to make those decisions. What we got to do is we got to play some baseball. We got to get healthy and play the best baseball we can to put ourselves in that situation. Not really worry about what he's going to do. I know he's going to make moves and he's going to try to help us out in whatever way we can. But we got to go out there and play some good baseball and get to that finish line.
I have stuck up for the James Wood, C.J. Abrams trade forever and ever. James Wood just hit a grand slam. I mean, it's just, every day he and Abrams homer for Washington. Welcome back. Thank you, Manny.
Do you know what, though? Robert Hassel was DFA'd. So
yes, he could be coming back.
We won the trade.
We won the trade. Yeah, maybe we get him back. Manny's right. But the question was pretty good because the question's right as well. And that is AJ going to make moves? I don't think we know until we see how this team plays between now and, the weekend 2 after the All-Star break. It'd be kind of silly to make a move if you're 9-10 out of the wild card and behind 11 other teams. Like, that would be dumb.
Yeah.
You just take your lumps, you wait till everybody gets healthy next year and you fortify the team.
4 games back at a wild card, though, doesn't scream sell at the trade deadline to me, though.
No, but I will say that other teams have sold.
Yeah, they have.
Being less than 4 games from a wild card.
I get that.
I've seen it many times.
Adrian Morejon may be he may be a guy who could be on the move because they can build the team from his value.
I don't know. Not if he keeps giving up grand slams.
That's also very true. See the possession, Chris. USA has 46%, Belgium 43%.
Yeah, shots. Belgium 7, US 0. That tells me a little bit more, I must tell you. 1-0 Belgium. They just finished with a hydration break. Hopefully it's a wake-up call for Team USA.
It needs to be. The hydration break counts as a timeout. Like, there's no timeouts in soccer, but you have the hydration break in the half.
Yankees lead to Tampa Bay 3-1. That's a big game in the American League East, the World of the American League East. We mentioned earlier today, Kansas City beat Philly 15-1 today. Christopher Sanchez, who earlier this year could not allow a single run, gave up 9 of them today in 3 1/3 innings, the most he's ever given up in a game. Just goes to show there's no way to predict the game of baseball.
No way.
Right?
No, there really isn't a way to predict it. Did not think that JP Sears would be the best pitcher of the weekend. I guess Michael King was, but did not expect for JP Sears to win the only game against the Dodgers this week.
I'm going to say Yamamoto was the best pitcher of the weekend.
Yamamoto is really good, but Sasaki still struggling, Chris.
Roki?
Yeah, still struggling.
Yeah.
Well, very sad on Thursday.
Unfortunately, you can afford to struggle against Randy Vasquez because he gives up 6-0 leads like
it's going out style. Is that what they say?
Tired of that happening.
Yeah, I mean, he's not been great. He's on the IL. He fainted. He was so upset about his performance. Yeah, they said he's fine.
Fermin's on the concussion thing. Isn't it the second time?
It's not the concussion list.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's like a head contusion.
Oh, the contusion list.
Yes, the contusion list is what he's on. This Friday, though, Chris, we should promote that we will be at Far Corner, 410 10th Avenue, downtown, right across the street from Petco Park. July 10th is this Friday. We are going to be giving away an Adrian Morejon autograph baseball, a Michael King bobblehead, and also a pair of tickets for the July 28th Padres and Rockies game. So come join us starting at 2 p.m. through 5:30, Far Corner, 410 10th Avenue. We've done this a few times now. People have come down. It's been awesome. Stop by before you go to the game. We'll be there.
Did you see that the Padres were part of some baseball history last week?
No.
Bet you didn't know it.
I didn't.
Well, hundreds of years from now, when this happens again, the 2026 Padres will get a mention.
Okay.
If you recall, on Wednesday, Padres lost to the Cubs 23-3.
I recall.
Recall that?
I recall.
What you may not recall that is on Thursday, the Cubs lost to the Cardinals 17-1.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember
actually.
it?
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
The Cubs who have already had the most up and down year in baseball ever, right? They've had 2 10-game win streaks and a 10-game losing streak.
It's been crazy.
Well, they became the first team in 140 years to lose a game by 15 runs the day after winning a game by 15 runs.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. The last team to do it was something in 1800. I don't even know how they knew it happened back then.
Seriously.
But yeah, the Cubs beat the Padres by 20 and then came right back the next day and lost by 16.
I mean, how does that even happen? That's why baseball is such a crazy sport, because things like that happen all the time.
Yeah, that was a weird one. So, like I said, when it happens in another 140 years, the talk show host on the 20, what year would that be?
140 years, it would be 2166.
2166, yeah. We might.
What were you going to say?
Braden might still be on 2166.
we're definitely too old.
Yeah, we'll be out. But yeah, Braden will come on and go, hey, the last time that happened was the 2026 Padres. So, yeah.
That's a trivia question right there, too. I always love to remember the trivia questions.
Oh, my God. Our guy saved the day.
Not Flo.
Not
Tillman.
Flo, but it's the guy who was the greatest penalty kick taker in the history of the world.
Tillman.
He just kicked it over the wall and down and under the bar again.
He did.
Thank you, Tillman.
Was that a free kick?
It was a free kick. It was the first time the U.S. has even directed a shot anywhere near the Belgian goal.
Oh, man, that stadium is going nuts.
And he put it in the back of the net, and the goalie ran to the left, and Tillman kicked it over the wall to the right. Watch the goalie.
Well,
he goes the wrong way.
He does. Well, it kind of knuckled a little bit. If you look at it, the Belgian guys jump. Oh, the Belgian guy hit his head
of the Belgian guy and changed directions.
And so he did that to his own teammate.
Incredible. Yeah, the Belgian guy was in the wall and the ball ticked off his head and changed directions.
That's why the goalie looked like he did.
Right, because the goalie's diving over here and the ball went over there.
That was pretty awesome.
Tillman.
Let's go, Tillman.
1-1.
That stadium, I was reading about it over the weekend. They built this stadium with soccer in mind. They thought it would be great because they've engineered it to allow the voices and the cheering to be put back onto the field. Like it has. I'm not an engineer.
I did a game there with Uncle Teddy.
Was it loud?
I think so. I don't know. It was Aztecs, Washington. So
the top of it is designed
what
to
it was,
kick back the sound towards the field.
I get you.
So they did it on purpose.
Yeah. Didn't recall anything special that night, but we're talking about
an Aztec game,
Aztec football game compared to a USA soccer match. So
that is true.
I get that.
That is true.
But all right,
we're coming to the end of the show.
I hate to say, Belgium just scored again. They're continue to dominate the game. I mean,
we just got done celebrating.
Yeah, but they came right down and dominated and sent the ball right in the front and headed. Boom, 2-1 Belgium.
Where's the guy with the offsides flag? I always see that guy taking goals off the board.
Yeah, we need him tonight.
That's ridiculous. I need the offsides guy to do something right now.
I mean, I know I said it earlier that the U.S. is getting dominated, and you said, well, it's too early. But right after the U.S. scores on the free kick, Belgium, another one. The guy just jumped right over the back of our defender and headed it in.
I'm just going to say it was lucky.
Bigger, stronger, better. 2-1 Belgium. I hope we have a soccer tournament to talk about when we come back tomorrow, but the way this match has gone, I don't see it.
I cannot handle a Padres and USA loss today, okay?
Well, Sammy Levitt will have to take care of the Padre thing. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Skraby and I will be back.
Bye.